Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
We are in the building. You already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one. Yeah.
S.I Shawn, baby, let's go.
Let's go. We in the building today, feeling extra spry.
That's funny. Let's go.
Extra spry out here. What's going on? Shout out to
Factory.
everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all early. You already know what it is. We got a lot of things going on out here. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in all over the world.
Yeah.
Whether it is him, you know what it is. Whether you're tuned in overseas,
Factory.
wherever you at.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Shout to my guy Aaron Roy. He's in the building. Shout to my guy Seneca early. Tuned in. Let's go. We like to shout out people out early.
Yep.
Let's go. Man. Some music going though. Damn, what's going on, y'all?
Let's go.
You know how we do. We was listening to the hood stuff earlier.
Let's go.
We like to, we gonna press pause on that. We got something we want y'all to hear a little later. But shout to y'all, man. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. Let's go. Shout to my guy Aaron Raw. He's in the building.
Let's go.
Shout to my guy Seneca. He's in the building. Facebook user. I don't know why it always come up like that now, but we know we have an idea who it is. Shout to everybody who's tuned in. We talking about it today. It looks like Lewis Hamilton has said, "I'm up out of here."
Son.
But he's gonna race this season.
Yeah. He says he's more focused. He's more fit than ever.
Yeah.
He ready to give Mercedes another dub. I'm like,
oh, he's talking super reckless.
I'm
Like,
all right.
I'm gonna win first before we get up out of here early. Shout to my guy Darth Spalding in the building. You already know what it is, man. Shout to everybody who's tuned in. You know we going in today. It also looked like the EV train is hitting a couple snags out.
Man. Snags, a couple brick walls.
It's
crazy.
But you know what?
No, what's that?
Don't forget to tell them to listen to Rally Radio because we've been saying it.
Absolutely.
We've been saying it. And
But
we ain't gonna dog the EVs too crazy.
Nah, man. That's not what we're not here to dog them too much, but it's still gonna be a level of, disrespect. However, though, people still firmly believe, they tell you blue in their face, yo, this is where we going, this is where we gotta go. Oh,
It's
tree
the
hugging.
future.
Yeah, they really believe that.
It's the future.
Oh, man.
We be like this. Keep an open mind. That's what they saying, son. That's what they saying.
Yo, so I was talking to somebody, right?
Let's go.
They like, yo, man, you're like, yeah, man, the EVs are cool. I'm like, yeah, how so? He's like, yo, it's just like, when you press the pedal and then you realize you just instantly going fast, but then when you get back into a gasoline engine, it's like, and then he snickered like, haha, like it's not the same thing. I looked at him like, huh?
Wow, he was dead serious.
No, he was. I said, yo, by the way, what did you pass on your way to get that? It was a Volkswagen. It was a Volkswagen something. I forgot the name of it.
So is those Volkswagens. They culprits.
Yeah,
I got
right?
something for you too. You beat up.
I'm like, yo, how you do that? He's like, yo, man, I ain't see nothing else. I'm like, oh, you hurt your eyes that morning.
Damn, where'd he go to get the car? National Liquidators?
Actually, this person was from Denver.
Oh,
From Denver, son. Yeah.
Sad.
I was like, yo, how you? But he did say he's gonna keep the gasoline powers in that house though. He ain't getting rid of them though. So I'm like, all right, but
He missed it.
yeah, but it's like, but I say all to say this, like people are still geeking over them, huh?
No, they geeking over because they don't understand. I'm telling you, the more that we sit down and we talk about it, you already know that cats already know what it is, man. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. I got some dirt to kick early.
Oh, snap. Let's go.
No, that's it. No,
I'm
I'm
not
not
holding back right now. Let's
talking
go.
foul today.
Let's make it happen.
So today I'm on my way in, man. And like I said, everybody, listen. I got a 2019 Honda Civic Type R.
Don't lose your train of thought. Is it gonna be any type of vehicular treason, son?
No vehicular treason.
We good.
But it may be a car slaughter charge out here, because I'm not
a car slaughter charge.
So, I'm on my way into the building, right? We coming in. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, drop your name in the comments so we can shout you out. We appreciate everybody who tunes in and rocks with us. So I'm on my way in, right? And I changed my oil the other day, right?
Yeah.
I actually went with Royal Purple.
Okay, let's go. Yeah,
tremendous.
Small man. Let's go.
We trying to get that
factory.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean? Absolutely. I told you I put a little bit of my tea every morning, baby. Let's go.
So I changed the engine oil over to Royal Purple, right?
Okay.
So as I changed the engine oil, I'm like, you know what, man? I'm doing good. I done drove the car 3 or 4 times, right?
Yeah.
I must have forgot to put the first off, I hurt myself doing it. This is hilarious. We're even gonna talk about that. But in the meantime, right? So I'm actually done with it. I drove it a couple times, but however, when I put the pan, there's a metal pan that's under the car, for aerodynamic purposes.
Absolutely,
right? Yeah. So I forgot to put the pan back properly. I put it back instead of having it over the plastic.
Yep. That's
I put
the
it
bumper.
Right. I screwed that up. So I'm driving this morning, man. All I hear is mad noise coming from the bottom of the Type R. All I hear is ski. I'm like, oh, did I just blow my end? You know how we think.
Yeah.
We thinking the worst thing first. Worst first. Ridiculous. The worst first. So I said, you know what, man? Let me go check it out. I pull up on the highway. I see the thing is down. The only way I could get to it, I pull up on a ridge on the highway, and I'm able to get to the car. So I'm wilding. I'm dirty. I get up crazy. I'm on my way into the show, by the way. Right?
Huh?
So now, right? I get back to driving. I was able to fix it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I get back to driving, and here it goes with these Volkswagen cats. And I'm gonna take a pause right there.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than kicking a car guy when he's down. I hate people who do that. And he didn't know.
Nah, he didn't know. However,
he might have saw me.
He might have seen you from deep, but let him know it wasn't an ordinary V-dub.
No,
this wasn't an ordinary.
It wasn't an ordinary Volkswagen out here. It was R32. R32. And you know how I can always tell the real one. Like if you can't get up on it, the dual exhaust tell you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm like, ooh, he making a lot of noise. Shout out to my guy Sales, he's in the building.
Let's go, Sales.
Shout out to my guy Sales, he's in the building.
Let's go.
Shout out to Seneca, he said 1,000 bolts for that damn pan. You ain't lying. So
crazy.
So I'm like, all right, I see this V-dub cat, and he sees the Type R, of
course,
and
he's excited.
Son, it's like Street Fighter music. I'm gonna start playing the versus music, right? So he pulls up to me, and when he pulls up, he hit the hard downshift. Woo, woo. Like, okay,
getting ready.
I said, so he wants to smoke.
Damn.
There's nothing I could do. I got to supply the smoke.
Yeah, he says nothing I could do. I'm obligated at this point.
I'm obligated. You're not going to downshift. The disrespect.
And on top of that, he's seen the stickers on there too. So he's like, nah, I got to go to work.
Yeah. He's in trouble.
That's it.
You in the wrong realm. He's in the warp.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, he downshift. I don't even wait for his match rev to finish. I just take off.
Yeah.
Hit him with, the diagonal in and out, 1, 2, 3. You know how we get down. We don't condone it.
Nah, we don't. Not here.
Shout to Yoli Thomas. Shout out to Yoli Thomas.
Let's go.
For tuning in. We see you. So I supplies the smoke.
Yeah.
But and not for nothing, you can see he's just trying to get to a straightaway, but he can't do it, right? Take off. I end up getting off the highway. And this is what brought this reaction. The reason I want to talk about it is because I'm tired of it. I got parts.
Yeah.
My car's stock for the most part.
Yeah.
Now it's time to build. Shout to Yoli. She said that was you that was passing me.
Let's go.
So I said, yo, that's it. The smoke will ensue now.
Yeah.
Work it. And I had kind of set it up for like February, March anyway. But now things are slated to be done because you will not disrespect the GBR Type R. It just won't happen.
Nah, I hear that, son. I definitely can get next to that. Absolutely, 100%.
So that definitely, like I said, it woke me up. It cracked me up because I was like, yo, it's like cats kick you and you down. But that R32 has some power. I could tell.
Yeah.
And all I could think was, yo, if you on the straightaway, he'd have murdered you. I can't have that no more. So now I want to shock everybody. Like we get on the straightaway and they like, oh, I got him. Nah.
Yeah.
If anything, now you're in my realm. Now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if anything, I mean, that's unless you're taking up to, north for 140 and everything. Like but we don't condone that here on Rally.
Do not condone that type of speeding here on Rally Radio.
Not even close. Not even close.
However,
yeah.
Thou shalt not disrespect the type R. That's like,
I mean,
Rally Radiations, fucking verse 1.
Let's go. That's a fact.
Can't violate.
I do got a little rule of thumb though, right?
What's that?
I do time myself. So let's say that is transpiring, right?
Yes.
And then we finally get a little, we get a piece of land that we could decide, to go for broke a little bit.
Right.
I do got a rule. I do count from, let's say we managed to get to where we're going at 70.
Right.
I count from there to 120. After that, I'm done.
Okay.
If I get up there fast enough, I'm done after that.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I'm not going no further.
I actually like that. Shout to S.I Shawn.
Let's go, baby.
He is back, by the way.
Let's go.
Shout to so now,
yeah,
right? I don't disagree with you because I feel like if you risking people's lives, I'm like, nah, I'm good. So I do like the straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like once we getting it to the point, as long as we ain't hurting nobody. But when I see you 100%. Do something where it's like you ready to kill yourself, I'll be like, nah, he's wild and let him go.
Nah, you gotta let him have it at that point.
Let him have it.
Let him have it at that point.
And there's many a time. Shout to my guy, Reef tuned into the
Let's
building.
Go.
He said you need to load the shall not pass tune. Y'all shall not get past tune. That's a fact. Shout to Seneca. He said it's not speeding, it's only 5 over the limit. That's right.
That's it.
Because we was in Mexico anyway.
Yeah.
We was in Mexico.
Let's go.
But I will say, however, it's time. I've been holding off. I got some parts, and we got some content that we want to share with y'all. So don't forget,
Factory.
Tell your people, y'all as well. Subscribe to the YouTube. We're gonna put the banner down there just so everybody know. If you're not watching on YouTube already, and if you are, we definitely appreciate you. But if you don't, share it to your people. You see it down there at the bottom. YouTube at Gutterball Rally. Let your people know. We put up a video the other day about the Porsche Carrera GT that we were talking about. And we got a response from somebody from Europe that said that must be just an American or States thing. Because in Europe, it's not happening. He said they still driving these cars around.
They may not care.
I don't know. Now, MOT over there, it's probably just as crazy. I know it's very interesting.
But think about it, though. Like, they only made, how many they made again? Like, what was it? Maybe like 2,000 or something like that?
1,300.
Yeah, like 1,300. But come on, son.
So they only made 1,300 Porsche Carrera GTs, and that was a 2004.
Yeah.
So those cars are 20 years old, and they still 1.5. You can't even buy one in Gran Turismo. Yo, you got to get an invitation.
Yeah, you need one.
Yo,
it's crazy. It's
now
crazy.
that I think about it, you need an invitation to buy that car. So it's gonna be very interesting, man. I'm gonna tell you. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We see some of the likes coming in too. Shout to my guy Green. Shout to my guy Green for dropping a like. We appreciate it.
100%.
Shout to my guy SP. SP is in the building.
Let's go.
He said it's only speeding if you make it to 6th gear. Shout to the Facebook. You say, yo, what's good? I wish we could see who it is. Exactly. But in the meantime, just drop your name so we can shout you out. We like to shout out everybody that tune in and rock with us. You already know what it is. We appreciate everybody early. But with that being said, we are here. We are here to do a show too.
Factory.
And it looks like so is Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, son.
He's not playing.
He's ready to put on though.
You know what? I love it though.
I mean, we seen him right on the wall though.
Yes, we did.
We did. Like he was like they were starting to take the light off of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he felt that.
Yeah.
But I do like the way that he knows how to make it seem like everything's all love still. It's cool. It's cool like he can let it roll off like that. Like, that's good.
But you know I gotta appreciate that from any professional. You're a professional, you make things look easy. Because if you ask me, After a while, I'm like, man, I could beat Max Verstappen.
Yeah, he's stupid.
I look. Till I get in the car.
Yeah.
Or till I fail to get into the car. I don't think I'm skinny enough to get in there. So I think I'll be wearing that F1 car in the shower. I'll be in the shower.
Yeah, you stupid.
With wheels on me. Like, what happened? It's around my waist like a tutu. Pause. And I surely can't fit in that joint.
Yo, he's a fool. That is hilarious.
Shout out to the Facebook user. Yeah, we on YouTube today. We are here, baby. If you go to YouTube, let me put the banner back up so you can see. If you go to YouTube at Gutterball Rally, we are in the building. Don't scare me. Maybe I hope we on. Everybody else is watching on YouTube. We are there today. So if you can, check us out. YouTube at Gutterball Rally. You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody who's been paying attention. Yeah, but I can't.
Yeah.
I watched you know what I watched? What was the movie with Stallone? You know how I watched something
about Driven.
Yo, you watched it? When the last time you watched it?
I ain't see Driven. Had to be like, what am I? I'm an old head now, so
yo, this dude said what? All right, we're gonna move on because this guy is like, he's vacation struck right now. He said, what am I? What? Okay, we're gonna keep it pushing.
So it had to be about no lie, like 5 years or something or more.
Yo, watch it again. I'm telling you, when your understanding kicks in a lot more, because we know more than we did 5 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like when you look at those kind of movies now, you be like, wow.
I believe you.
Shout to the face. He said, I do my thing, but never at the cost of others. I built a turbo bagger and got 160 out of it on I-95. Check it out. IG Fireman 732. That's what I'm talking about. We are gonna check it out.
Factory.
Don't forget to check out the IG the Facebook user. IG is Fireman 732. We about to get the phones out and all of that. Shout out to my guy Sales. He said I'm making a transformation from Mercedes to Ferrari. This is what's gonna happen. And Ferrari's not stupid. This reminds me of the time where Ducati signed Valentino Rossi.
Yeah.
Coming off of his wins at Yamaha. It was like this. Come on, let's go. And at the end of the day, even though it wasn't fruitful, it didn't really bring forth any championships. It's a good look for the organization.
Factory, 100% it is. Yeah, absolutely.
And Ferrari's like, we need that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And not for nothing, like you said, he has a way. He was like, oh, I'm going to go to a Ferrari in 2025. Everybody was like, he's like, yeah, have a good day.
Yeah. Yo, that's how it was. Like, what you talking about?
He's classic.
So he caught 7 chips over there, though.
7 chips. But Red Bull is making it happen, and it's frustrating him. It is.
Well, we could say Mercedes might have had enough. So.
The one thing you don't do after watching, listen, everybody knows on top of loving the autos, I love sports, right? Because I love the competition.
Okay.
Right? If it's one thing you don't do, you don't get rid of your bona fide stars to rebuild while they're still winning. You don't.
Yeah, that's like you throw. It's like you throw a fumble in the middle of the quarter, like it's damn near done.
That's a fact.
And it's like, yo, you switch the play in the middle and end up with a fumble. Like, how you do that?
Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, they said, we're going to blow this team up.
Yeah.
What have the Chicago Bulls done ever since?
I don't know, man.
Nothing.
I feel like
nothing. So hopefully Mercedes-Benz didn't just give away their only ticket. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It remains to be seen, but we're going to see something, though.
It is what it is.
Absolutely.
Talk to the Facebook user. He said, even as it sat, Ducati wanted them because of presentation. Right.
Yep.
Because of the way it looks. It's like, listen, we're serious about winning. We have a guy who's a bona fide winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, we're serious. Even if you're getting them on the back end, if you get balls, if you're getting them on the, you know what I mean? That was crazy.
Man. God.
Okay, with that being said,
let's go.
Getting them on the back
move
end. All right. And with that being said, we got to shout to my guy Marlon. He said, Marlon's in the building. Shout to Marlon.
Let's go, man.
Resident
Toyota.
Let's go. He said, I support my brother Lewis, but I haven't forgotten Ferrari for trying to shut down F1 because Liberty Media took away the money Bernie was giving them to enter the race every year. I hear you, man. You know, sometimes you got to let bygones be bygones, though. You know,
certain situations.
I don't agree with everything Toyota does.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything Honda does.
That is a fact.
Sometimes Honda just released 2 funny looking EVs at the CES. They released cars at a computer convention. I can't be upset. Shout to Faves. He said, how do I put my name up? Just put your name where you put the comment, and we can see your name from there. And we're going to shout you out. I got to say, at the end of the day, man, or put your name in your comment when you write it. Like you just wrote, how do I put my name up? Just put your name in the end of that, and we'll shout you out. But I got to say, listen, it's an ugly thing, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I gotta ask you though. You think Lewis is gonna go over there and put in some real pain, or it's gonna be more like a showcase thing? Like, yo, look at me in a red Ferrari now. You think it's one of those?
It might be. Okay, now we got a name. Shout to Ahmad McMillan.
Let's go.
Shout to my guy Corey Bradford.
Let's go.
In the building, tuned in early.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's definitely. If you get a chance. So that must be his IG. We're gonna make sure we follow that. Don't forget, follow the IG that was dropped into the comments. Fireman732. I'm about to get my phone out. We're gonna type it in.
Factory.
But with that being said, we got a whole bunch of show for you, man. I know we going into the Lewis Hamilton thing or whatever, but we got a whole bunch more. But before we even get into that, you got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
I just want to shout out for Ferrari trying to really, get a champion on their side. Like, that's interesting.
He trying to get a sponsor.
Yeah.
It's a shout to Ferrari.
Let's go.
If he had said it in Italian, I'd have really been open. Shout to the La Ferrari. Oh, shoot.
Damn, I should have did that, right? But definitely, though, I want to shout out, everybody that been rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out to the bitter one.
Let's go.
He's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
We appreciate y'all out there, 100%. Definitely want to shout out to my wife. She's very interesting. She's cool. She makes things happen. Man, let's ill the show. That's it, man. Shout out to the Rally Radio. Let's go.
And don't forget, we here Saturdays, 12 noon, every Saturday.
Let's go.
So whether you see the link or not, we're going to be in the building. But we got a whole bunch of show dressed up for you today. So with that being said, like I said, I want to send a shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. And we going to jump right now. Shout out to my guy, Marlon. He said, welcome back from your vacation, Shawn.
Let's go. Appreciate it.
I told him he's not allowed anymore. He's not allowed. He's taking off too much paid time off. Listen.
We got to talk to management.
In here, man. But with that being said, we're going to jump right into the show. I hope y'all ready, because here we go.
Let's go.
Weekly specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, we're going to jump right in. Now, I know y'all remember us talking about Michael B. Jordan.
Let's go.
Very interesting topic. Remember, he smacked up crazy that Ferrari.
Oh, man. 812 super fast.
He's wilding. And he crashed it into a Kia of all things, which is crazy, by the way.
Damn,
but
son.
It looks like Michael B. Jordan won't be charged with anything in the crash. Let's get into it a little bit. Michael B. Jordan's December 2023 crash of his Ferrari 812 Superfast into a Kia parked along the street in Hollywood sparked all kind of speculation. Were there drugs involved? Was he drinking? Was it simply an accident? Is he going to be held responsible? Now, just over a month after the incident, we know it turns out Jordan won't be charged with anything. Okay. Simply put, authorities can't actually prove that Jordan was behind the wheel of the 812 during the crash. Man, I'm not buying that whatsoever.
Who's behind the wheel? I don't even know if he's behind the wheel anymore.
Yo, what's crazy is, son, is like his lawyer's a beast. You got to give his lawyer props.
So his lawyer is probably the ultimate gaslighter, son.
Yo,
level 10.
Yo, hold up. Before I continue, because his lawyers is wild. Shout to Marlon.
Yeah.
He said, tell Shawn, no more time off because we are forced to listen to guys jumping BMX crescenters. Yo, Marlon is...
Yo, why he did that for you? Marlon is wild. Marlon is over the top, son. Over the top this afternoon. Now that you mention it,
I think I'm bleeding inside my chest. But with that being said, Michael B. Jordan actually, it looked like he skates. And because they came to the conclusion, they said even with video evidence showing the Ferrari allegedly street racing before the crash. Law enforcement tells us there's just not enough evidence to prove what happened during the December crash in Hollywood, despite a video showing Michael racing another driver, also in a Ferrari, moments before Michael careened into a parked car.
Careen, son.
I love that word.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to name a dog that. Careen.
Let's go.
Yo, but it's crazy how his this is what I mean.
Yeah,
You can't be out here breaking the law and you don't got a good lawyer.
Damn. Son.
His lawyer just, how do you know it was him? That's about as simple as it gets. Because if you think that the authorities came up with that, you sadly mistaken.
Nah, absolutely.
Shout to Seneca. He said, laugh out loud. It was a Tesla behind the wheel, his lawyer said.
Damn.
Yo. He said it was a Tesla driving the damn car.
Damn, son.
Shout to Seneca. Son. You can't be out here committing these kind of crimes without a good lawyer.
You can't, son.
Look at how a good lawyer could finagle you right out of a situation.
Good lawyer or corrupt lawyer?
Nah.
I don't know, son. I think it's a real thin line. So I think it's a thin line between, B. I don't know, kid.
His lawyer is great. His lawyer said, nah, I got you. Hold up, because they don't even know that was you. He said, yeah, they don't know it was me. And just like that, he's out of it. Can't be out here committing all kind of crimes, all kind of heinous activities, and you ain't got the lawyer to back that up. It just can't happen, son.
Yo, I feel like he just did a Houdini trick, son.
Yo, he get the powder puff ball.
Yo, son. The cloud of smoke, he disappeared. Like, what?
He put the cape in front of him like, poof, be gone. I wasn't there. Yo, son. So nobody in the video saw him get out and check on the car? So we didn't see him get out the driver's side?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like,
his lawyer's a beast.
No, it has to be. It has to be, son. He probably was saving him too. Like, yo, I'm gonna need you one day, B.
Yo. Shit. And that's how it worked. Listen, $1,000 an hour. Lawyers get paid like that.
Yeah.
Shout to the crooked lawyer.
Yo, son, he went up there, rolled up his sleeves, took up the cardigan, and said, yo, he wasn't in that.
He said, first of all, how you know he was driving?
They probably looked at him like.
They both looked at each other like. You know that meme with the dog?
Yes,
with the dog?
Yes. Yo. Oh, man, son. They good, son. That's crazy. Dude.
Yo, son, the dog lawyers, they was like this. One dog was like this. One dog was like, the other one is like. That was both them lawyers. That was the cop and the judge.
Yo, son.
How do you know he was in the car? That was hilarious.
Yo, it's crazy out here. It's crazy. I gotta be careful, y'all.
You gotta be careful, but yo, bottom line,
yeah,
stay with the lawyer.
Damn, son. I guess that's the message we sending right about now, man. Had a lawyer on deck.
Either that or
it's suicide.
Don't know what to tell you, fam.
Damn.
Because at the end of the day, it just goes to show. Listen, Jordan and his reps have stayed quiet about the incident, as well as despite him being on the scene the night it happened. TMZ reached out to them for comment and got nothing. There are still questions to be answered about all of this because seriously, how do you hit a parked car? Everybody's asking that. We saw the video.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out who was driving the car.
It wasn't him.
It couldn't have been. I don't know, man. I'm confused.
They said, Michael, who was driving? He said, talk to my lawyer. This. I'm telling you. Cats be out here doing all kind of wild, reckless, heinous activities, son, and have no lawyer, son.
Yo, rule number 1, or I don't know, 15 maybe. Like the bed one said, if you're gonna be out here wilding, have that corruptee on deck.
That's son. You gotta have them, son. Every show I ever watched, they had a wild lawyer.
For sure.
Power had a wild lawyer.
For sure.
When I watched The Wire, they had a wild lawyer.
Yeah,
they was getting in and out of their establishment like shit. Matter of fact, when I was watching Power, man, he was sitting there. They was like, "Yo, so how you gonna get out?" He was like, "I'll be out at the end of this song."
But you know, yo, that's a fact, right? But you know what kills me? There was establishment on this blocks, like when this took place.
It was in the middle. It was.
This is what I'm saying. Like, so nobody had the camera on him. Like, yo, that's him.
Not a soul.
I'm telling you, son. He better than Batman, son.
Yo, this is what son. He did
right up out of there.
He did the ultimate bad guy move. Yes. Son. He was like this. They had him, Cobra. We got him in the corner. He pulled up the powder puff and got out of there, son. This is crazy.
Wow. See, I wasn't expecting that. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna, be a man of honor and be like, you know what, I planked.
Never.
Damn.
That's being a man of honor.
I mean, admitted that you planked. I don't know.
She gonna get paid. Whoever key it was, you getting. I'm gonna get you a brand new one with all the options. You be all right.
Yeah, simple, easy.
No. But we ain't going to the courts to handle that though. You go to the courts. I'm giving it to the bulldog. I'm giving it to the lawyer over here.
Said to the bulldog. Foaming at the mouth, waiting.
He's waiting.
That's it. Damn,
But
huh?
this is why. Listen.
Well,
So for all them dudes that be out there street racing, listen. If you're not running in Mexico, do yourself a favor. Get the bulldog lawyer.
Damn, son.
Get the bulldog lawyer. Don't wait. Don't wait. Because this is, look at how Michael B. Jordan squeezed out of this whole situation.
Squeezed, like, yo, he wasn't even there. He probably didn't even show up.
Yo, he showed up to make sure that's his car. He just showed up to make sure that it was okay, and then he was like, yo, I'm out. That's great. Shout to him, kid. How you play the game?
Who they gonna blame this on, son? I mean, Tesla probably was behind the wheel.
That's just, yo, shout to Seneca. Let's go. He told him it was a Tesla back there.
Damn.
Elon was driving. We already know what happened to him. Nothing.
Wow.
That just goes to show, kid, it's crazy out here. But we got more news for y'all. Got a lot of things going on. It looks like Jeremy Clarkson, he's leaving the Grand Tour because he said he's unfit, fat, and old.
Damn.
I'm going to be honest with you. They got another Grand Tour coming out. For those that don't follow the Grand Tour, to me, they actually inspired this show.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like their show is great, whether you're a car person or not.
Absolutely. 100%.
You can actually get into the comedy and stuff that's going on in there, and I would say I love it. But it looks like he's leaving the Grand Tour, so he's fat and old. There's 2 more episodes of the Grand Tour on the horizon. One set in Mauritania, I don't even know, and one in Zimbabwe. I don't know. They be in some crazy spots.
Factory.
But he said after that, they're going to call it a day. And everybody knows that they are getting old. I believe Jeremy is 63.
Sure.
And they be doing some real crazy stuff.
Nah, they do.
Yo,
They do.
James May crashed into a wall in the Evo. You remember
the
that?
yellow one? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yo, he smashed into a wall like 80. And then he drove the Evo and it got stuck in the ice pond. Nah, son, that's too much.
Man, he turned around. Now he got a 500 horsepower ST Auto that he daily. I don't know. I don't know, but this begs the question, right? You think, I guess, let's say for them, the love of the autos got to stop?
Ooh.
Because of your age, your health.
I got to ask you a question. Okay, so that's I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to answer your question.
Yeah.
Right? I believe the love never stops. I believe when you love autos, you love them.
Okay.
However, I believe physically there comes to a point where you just can't do it anymore. And I know that time, like everybody else's time, is gonna be up.
So you're trying to tell me there's gonna be a point in time when you can no longer hit the third pedal and grab the gear?
I don't think that's gonna be a problem for me. I mean, at the end of the day, like I go home, right? And I practice shifting, you know what I mean? So that muscle will never die. Pause. That would never.
Yeah, that's a good one though. That's a good one. I call when I'm practicing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that can't happen to me. But you know, when you think about it, right? You ain't gonna be climbing in no Recaros forever.
Damn, nah, man. I refuse to believe that, son. I refuse to believe that.
Shout to Cynic. He said, he said they love don't stop. Look at Jay Leno. That's a fact. Jay Leno's probably about the same age.
Yeah, but Jay Leno, as far as I can tell, he wasn't doing like what these guys was doing.
Nah.
Like that's what I mean. I'm talking about like the level of how they was involved with as far as like this. Like, you think that gotta come to a halt?
No, I don't think that. See, remember, their level is always gonna be the same.
Okay.
But as far as what they do on the show, it can't do physically. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck, son. He crashed into a wall.
No, he did.
Crazy. Bang. He smashed right into the wall. Shout to Draco. Draco's in the building.
Let's go, Draco.
I mean, I think that's crazy. But I don't know, man. I think about it all the time, though. I'm like, yo, man, I'm climbing in and out of this Type R. Like, soon, when you like 68, 70, you gonna want to climb into the Recaro?
Son, probably, son. I feel like
gotta keep working it.
That's a whole nother thing. But I feel like you said, like love or the passion for like, how does it make you not want to climb back into a Recaro seat? Like, yo, I gotta get in one.
So
like,
that means that physically you can no longer do it.
oh,
Sheesh.
because at that point you ain't shifting gears no more. At that point, if you can no longer climb into a bucket seat of any kind, it's over.
I mean,
There's no way you moving your hip to hit that pedal that you just got replaced. There's no way you doing that, son.
yo,
Your knee is bad, and you trying to move a 6-puck unsprung. Good luck.
Yo, you like this with the come on, Sonny, just push down on my knee and I can shift it. Yo, son, and this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, cats get old.
Damn.
Yo, Father Time beat everybody. Rest in peace to Carl Weathers, by the way.
That's a fact. Let's go.
Because that was the first time I ever seen that. For those, you know how we do.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Carl Weathers. That was them Rocky movies, one of the greatest movies I ever seen. One of the greatest car scenes I've ever seen, too.
Yeah.
When he drove the Ferrari and he was pissed off that they killed Apollo Creed, beat him to death. He's shifting crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. But at the same time, the same thing that we talking about right now, Apollo talked about. He talked about, yo, time.
Shit.
And that's why I got to take full advantage of time.
Damn.
Shout to Draco. He said, S.I got the conquest in the driveway. Okay. Okay.
Let's go. Damn.
He said, rest in peace, Action Jackson. Yo, I can't. Did you know he played for the Raiders?
Nah, I didn't know that.
I thought he was an actor. They said he played for the Raiders for about a season or two. He was a linebacker. I said, no wonder this dude like he'll beat Rocky to death in that movie, son. No way Rocky stands strong in real life.
Stupid.
No way. But it just goes to show that Father Time is undefeated, and we got to keep that in mind, especially when it comes to building these autos.
Damn,
get out there and build your autos. Shout to Draco. He said the same thing to me. He said, yo, get the CRX finished. He said, because soon you're going to find yourself 55 trying to build nah.
So another question is popped.
Let's go.
So you trying to tell me there's also a time limit on the builds?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Wait, I'm not. Okay, hold on.
Get to it, bro.
Hold on. I'm talking about like again, let's say, okay, you're going to finish the CRX. We know that.
Yes.
But let's say you try to take on another one. Or better yet, you just still, let's say, you know, when you get the Porsche or the Hellcat, whatever, like you can no longer work on them. Like it's the point where you got to stop.
I mean, you got. I feel like this, right? I feel like this. It's not that you got to stop, but I got to be somewhere. And even, I don't know if, like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube page. We got it up here.
Let's go.
But at the same time, I got a video showing you what the CRX is.
Yeah.
I got to continue on. I got to continue on building. I got so many parts, whatever I don't have, I'll get along the way. But I just feel like now is the time. I have the time. We're going to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So shout to everybody who tuned in who rocks with us. Shout to Draco. He said, I was about to say bid, and I'm not going to let you live until the Rex is on the street. Dang. See?
That's
got no
real
choice.
Right there, huh?
Shout to the Facebook. You said, wide body E46 turbo coming soon. Oh,
Ooh,
boy.
that sounds nice.
That's what I mean. You got to get in there. You got to enjoy these cars now. Don't wait.
One thing, if y'all haven't learned nothing on this show, the bidding one does not give the best financial advice. So please do your best to take what you will from this guy, because he will maybe have you on the skids and be like, yo, bid what you told me to.
Yo,
you told me to go cop.
I'm gonna tell you, because I'm gonna tell you, at the end of the day, yo, if you just take out I'm gonna tell you, this is what I learned, man. And everybody knows he's like, yo, the financial advice is horrible. No, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. If I had to just, when I first got my first CRX and I was working, I should have just took out a $20,000 loan right there and just finished it.
Man.
And I would say that for anybody. If you are building a car, just finish it and pay it on the back end. Pause.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because at the end of the day, that's what's got to happen. Shout to the E30 getting built right now.
That's what's up.
I'm tuning into this guy.
Yeah, that's what's up right there.
Fireman 732. Don't forget, y'all. That's the IG page he's talking about. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying.
Nah, that makes sense. I ain't gonna front. I could definitely
shout to Senegal. So you heading to VA, huh?
That's it.
But it's true. I'm telling you, yo. If I was thinking, I'd have bought the CRX and I'd have went to a bank or I'd have went anywhere. I'm gonna take out a $20,000 loan and do it. Pause and get it done.
Nah, I hear that.
It makes all the sense in the world because now there's no holes barred in you getting your parts. That's one, right? Now you getting your parts. Nothing's gonna stop you.
Yeah, factory.
And you can get all the work done.
Factory. Absolutely.
And now that it's done, now you could pay $400 a month until you're done, or you could double up because guess what? The car's finished.
That's a fact.
The car's finished.
Or it's at least to where you would like it to be at that point.
At least it's to where, it's to where you want it to be.
You're 100% right. Nah, you're 100% right.
And I'm figuring this out now. Or if you young enough, go get the car of your dreams now. It's coming from an older man now. Go get the car of your dreams now.
All the options, or you can
all the options. Go all the way. 110,000.
Oh, this is what I just said 2.5 minutes ago. Be careful. Be careful when you listen.
Go get it. You know why? Because when you're 45, you're gonna wish you did.
Damn, yo, man. I'm about to get up out of here, son. He's wilding right now, son. But he's making sense. Like if you could figure it out, it's definitely making some sense.
The thing is,
I agree. You
got to keep it in mind, man. That eventually, things, you never know what's going to jump in your way.
Well, you're right. Well, if it jumps in your way, I guess you got to jump to the left, though, right?
Nah, what if you can't?
Jump to the right.
Step off the curb. Here come the 18-wheeler. Take your clutch leg forever. You out.
Oh, man.
Telling you, son.
Nah, they need to pick that up and put it on ice. Sew that back on, son.
Shout to Marlon. This is exactly what I'm saying. Tomorrow's promise to no one. Live a day at a time. You know what my day would, if I was smart, my day would have been, I'd have been down to MCU. Like, let me get 20 bands and just finish it. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy.
Nah, so that's right, though. I agree with you, though. Like, man.
That shout to the face. He said, that's why you live like there's no tomorrow. What was Apollo's greatest words in that movie?
There's no tomorrow, Rocky.
There is no tomorrow.
It ain't there. I was like, yo, I was on the edge of my seat when you was saying, like, what? I'm telling you. For some reason, I started doing push-ups too. Like, nah, he's right. I'm waiting to get these sets and I'm doing them now. He's right.
But it's at the end of the day, if you're building a car, build it.
Yeah.
And shout to Draco because, shout to Zoom for Zoom. My guy Zoom for Zoom's in the building. What's popping? Shout to him.
Another thing I'm learning too. Don't ask for permission, man. Ask for forgiveness.
Ooh,
that's it.
Very strong words for a car guy.
That's it. So I'm learning that. I'm like, yo, I'm not asking. I'm gonna ask for forgiveness though, because I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this happen.
I was told that by a very reliable source too when I was younger.
This is what I'm saying.
They said, don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness.
Factory.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
That's it. That's what it comes down to. It's like, yo, listen, man. Like the bit on was saying, man. If you in it, yo, go all the way. Sorry, make it happen.
That's it.
Because if you get the windmill once, let alone twice, take it.
Take
yo,
it.
What?
Take it.
Yo, that's what you got to do.
That's
what you got to do, man. 100%. But I am a little,
follow.
Let's go.
We following Fireman 732. We got you.
Let's go. Making that happen.
I know they like, look at the size of Bearded One's phone. What's going on? Y'all can see. But at the end of the day.
So he got a mini tablet in his hand. So I always thought that was wild. Like, yo, this guy's bugged.
Shout to Fireman 732. Oh, you got a couple bikes in here, too. All right, we ain't going to get too crazy. Shout to my guy, Dr. Phil.
Let's go, Dr. Phil. Let's go.
Dr. Phil is in the building. Don't forget following Fireman 732. I'm going to tell you, kid.
Damn.
At the end of the day, just do it. Whatever it is. And that's what I'm doing.
100%, son. 100%.
Type R, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
GSXR, I miss her. She's back.
Let's go.
We in the street.
Let's
but
go.
the summer, we in the street. We outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's going to be. CRX, yes.
Let's go.
That's it. Take out the loan and get it done if you have to.
Fact
it is what it is. But we got more things coming up. Look like California, and this is going to be good. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention early. We appreciate everybody who's tuned in, and y'all know we're going to kick a little bit of dirt on California because it would not be an episode of Rally Radio if California didn't ruin it.
That's a fact.
With that being said, it looks like California bill would electronically cap vehicle speed to 10 miles over the speed limit. Part of the speeding and fatality emergency reduction on California streets plan. It's called SAFER. These guys kill me with these acronyms, though. Like,
you know, they trying to wing you. They trying to help you. They trying to persuade you. Like, you know what? We doing our best efforts.
Shout to Dr. Phil. Oh, he put us on the spizzard. He said, the real question is there any news about that dragon run?
Ooh.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Yes,
because I believe we rounded a date. It's gonna be early June.
Yes.
Early June is the best time because if you got kids, late on in June they graduate. Memorial Day, Mother's Day is in May, but guess when Father's Day is?
When is that?
It's in June. You ain't even know, right?
Yeah. I thought that was in May for some reason.
Yo, nah, they don't care about us that much. But it is what it is. So why not take the run? So we're gonna have everything popping. It's okay. It's just coding. It'll come off. Zoom for Zoom. So Cali better start buying cars out of state. No, so check this out. Let's get into this a little bit. So the bill published Tuesday will require all vehicles built starting in 2027 to have speed governors. As proposed, they'd work using a vehicle's GPS compared with the database of posted speed limits. Though speed limit sign recognition would seem present, which is crazy, would seem to present another method. The text of SB 961 mentions that the electronic regulator shall only be capable of being temporarily disabled by the driver of the vehicle, but doesn't explain in what circumstances the driver should or will be allowed to do that. Other rule changes in the bill include side underride guards on trucks to reduce the risk of cars and bikes being pulled underneath in a crash, improve crosswalks and curb extensions. These new rules are designed to counter a rise in reckless driving since the pandemic. According to TRIP, a national transportation research nonprofit, traffic casualties in California rose 22% from 2019 to 2022, and 4,400 Californians died in traffic accidents in 2022. Wow.
That's really something else, man. It seemed like in order to really get these EVs going, you got to do a lot of construction work, son.
That ain't even EVs. This right here that we looking at right now is them just trying to back up the reason why they want to put a speed limit on the car. Shout to Seneca. He said, "I'm with the dragon." Though he said, "Yes." He said, "I'm with the dragon." Sounds like we got a couple people.
Nah, it does. But I feel like a lot of this stuff though. Also, it's like again with the whole safety deal.
Yes,
cars already got that.
Listen, hold up. First off, shout to the Facebook user. He said, "Peace, Pop," and S.I Shawn. You already know what it is. We appreciate y'all early. I'll say this, right? Here's my problem with all of this. And like I said, shout to everybody. Don't forget, phone lines is open. You can call us up 516-206-0711.
Yeah.
The whole thing is this, right? They're trying to justify putting these limiters on. So now they're saying they've had a rise in reckless driving since 2019. What happened in 2020?
Well,
COVID.
Yeah.
Nobody was on the street. So cats took advantage. Now they're using that that's why I think this COVID thing was way more than what we think it is.
It has to, because everything seems like, or recently, everything revolves around now. Like, oh man, because of COVID, this gotta happen. Oh, because of COVID, that happened. Like, kind of deal.
Right. Or post-COVID.
Yeah.
People got to go back to work post-COVID. Oh, speed limits 25 miles an hour permanently, speed cameras post-COVID. Everything is post-COVID. They know what they doing.
No, they do. But another problem is once they start throwing numbers around, people starts believing that though. Like once you start talking numbers, oh man, they gotta be right. They mathematicians.
Shout to the Facebook users. Scamdemic.
Fact. That's all it is.
Scamdemic.
I'm telling you, man. Like that. Again, they fail to realize like you're not gonna bring down traffic accidents and all of this nonsense by little fancy gizmos and gadgets. It doesn't work that way.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let's look at New York City.
Okay.
People still out here drifting in the middle of the street. Did that stop? Did the speed camera slow that down?
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like all these things put in place, we know they don't technically work,
but they getting money.
That's all it's about.
They hustle.
Nah, son, they hustling at an alarming rate. Son.
Scamdemic.
Oh man,
they hustling. And we go listen. And everybody knows that if California adopts this, 17 states already adopted. You know that.
That's crazy, son.
You know New York is right with them. New York is already putting it on the workers' cars.
Yeah, that's true. You know, nothing that bothers me though. They talking about you can hit the button a few times. What do you mean?
Yo, shout to Zoom for Zoom.
Let's
This
go.
is what I mean. These cats, everybody that tuned in be on. He said with COVID, crime went up, inflation went up, interest rates went up, gas went up, nothing went down. He's 100% spot on.
I mean, everything went up except our pay, but that's a whole nother thing too.
No. Our pay didn't go up.
Yeah.
But the rich,
oh no, they
made over 900 billion while we was in the pandemic.
Oh, they was getting busy.
Yeah. Stock prices came down. They got a chance to reset the market.
That's a whole nother scam. But yeah, let's carry on, man. Let's carry on.
Shout to Seneca. He said, can they bring back that PPE loan? I didn't get my loan.
That's jokes.
I tell you what, be careful, Seneca, because now you could get that Lambo for half price at the auction because they got to give it back. Shout to the face. He said people robbing went up. That's a fact. Listen, a lot of things happen, and they're using COVID as a reason. Because why did it go up from 2019 to 2022? You think now get people out, get your highway patrol and stuff or whatever out there and have them slow it down. Now we're gonna use cameras. Cameras have never stopped anybody.
But you know, people not even seeing that though. Like they're not really seeing that part.
Kid,
they just thinking that cameras, they're always gonna watch them and people's gonna be scared and nervous. Not really.
Kid, at the end of the day, dudes do smash and grabs in Louis Vuitton.
They doing in broad daylight, fam.
That's what I'm saying. So you think they care about cameras? Shout to Hammond. She's in the building.
Let's go.
Early. This is what I'm saying.
All it has been is just been a way to make more money and get more money from us. So that's all it's been. Like they dropping all this money in the cameras,
right? To
recoup it, to get it right back.
Right.
That's all it is. And then they gonna make back 10 times that though.
Shout to Marlon. He just hit us with the financial advice, right? He said, speaking of stocks, did you see Ferrari stock jump up 17% since Lewis signed to? Wow. You see what I mean? They already making money. He ain't even there yet.
It's crazy.
I love it though. I love to see Hamilton have that kind of power. That's LeBron power. That's LeBron James power. Shout to him, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
I love this. I love it. Listen, I love it. I love to see the black athletes getting power. Do the right thing. I love it. No, we don't get up in here and say you want all this bread and then we don't perform. I'm gonna get the money. I'm gonna perform and I'm gonna get more money.
Man.
How you say I'm charging you extra for what you did to the cold crunch? Shout to Jay. Oh, he didn't agree with me. But at the end of the day, you already know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here. Now we're gonna say at the end of the day, they're gonna use this as a reason. And like I said, if California adopts this, 17 states automatically adopt it. Damn, and New York is one of them. And y'all seen that with the carb laws. You seen that with the 2035 no more gas cars. That's coming. There's nothing you could do about that. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, we just got to keep that in mind. We got a couple of things going to hit you with. It looks like the EV demand is soft, GM CEO says. And we're going to get into this one because obviously they ain't been listening to Rally Radio.
Nah, not really. Nah.
They ain't been listening to Rally Radio. Nope. So let's talk about this a little bit. With demand for EVs flagging, it seems hybrid may be set for a resurgence. CNBC reports that GM CEO Mary Barra has revealed the automaker is planning to bring plug-in hybrid models to the market. In a Q4 earnings call with investors, Barra made the announcement, though she didn't get too much into detail. They noted that she mentioned that the tech would be rolled out on select models, while saying that she made sure to mention that GM remains committed to getting its emissions under control. Let me be clear, she says, GM remains committed to eliminating tailpipe emissions from our light-duty vehicles by 2035, but in the interim, deploying plug-in technology in strategic segments will deliver some of the environmental benefits of EVs as the nation continues to build this charging infrastructure, Barra said during the automaker's quarterly 2023 earnings call. Shout to the Facebook, he said EV is BS. We don't have the infrastructure for it. He said they should build the electric grid lines to charge for miles. This is what we've been saying.
Man, listen.
What's your thoughts on that, kid?
I feel like not for nothing, man. They keep raving about tailpipe emission from vehicles, and we know that's not the problem. And that's what, like, and we just so like they're just so focused on that, and they got people really going for it. I don't listen. I be trying to do some research. I be looking around. Like, it's like, yo, when they gonna get the tailpipe emissions control on these yachts and these ships and these cruise liners? When they working on that?
Sounds like where I was about to go, but go ahead.
It's like when they doing, like, I was seeing some before when they was trying a little battery thing out and it didn't work. They realized this cannot work. Even also, shout out to the resident Toyota guy with the planes. They tried it with the planes. It cannot work. So
I'm serious.
So let's go to the path of least resistance.
So check this out, right? And I'm gonna show y'all how much they truly care.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you how much they truly care.
Let's go.
They want to kill tailpipe emissions on your car.
Yep.
Royal Caribbean turns around and makes the biggest cruise boat in the world.
Son, did you
for
see that?
3 years in a row.
Yo, not a battery in sight, B.
Not a battery
in sight. Yo,
they got the Empire State Building floating on the side,
son,
going around the world, but they want your car.
Yo,
icon of the seas.
I'm telling you, that's what they calling. That's what they calling. And we over here falling for it. Yeah, man, the cars and trucks is bad.
It's their fault. Okay. Listen, if you look at air traffic control, y'all be shocked how many planes is in the air at the same time.
Or better yet, catching on a good night. You'll see a plane back to back, like every 2 minutes.
Oh, but we can't do nothing about that.
Nah, for what?
For what? Why? Because we can't trust them electric engines, them electric motors rather, to get you from Nebraska to New York. Nah.
Damn.
We can't trust that.
So let's sacrifice the people down here first. Let's go good trial and error with them real quick.
How about we talk real sacrifice? Now y'all know that we talk about planes,
let's go,
trains, and automobiles here at Rally Radio.
Fact.
Have you been paying attention to this Boeing 737 problem?
Wait, you're not talking about when a bunch of bolts is loose that they got to figure out?
Yo.
Or you talking about when the door flew off one of them?
Oh yeah, we talking about
what about the window fell off?
The window fell off.
I don't know, son. It's too many now.
Look. Y'all hear them talking bad about that.
Nah,
if anything, Boeing has they said, okay, Boeing, we trust you to put your planes back in service again as of the other week. So expect to see them 737 MAX planes back on the airstrips after losing a door.
Yo,
they in the air and the door comes off the plane.
Yo, mid-flight door just flung off. Yo, son. Oh man,
son, the people just sitting in there as calm as hell with their hands.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you know what happened, son? America's got us so twisted, we don't even know when we in real danger.
Nah, son,
that's a vacuum. Like, it created a vacuum. Yo, are you kidding me? Yo, I think we got bigger problems, but we choose to only focus on the small ones, B. This is crazy.
Shout to Marley, said they stopped production, had a meeting, no fines, no nothing. Planes looking like passenger 57. Yo, do y'all realize, like, and this is what I be talking about, but it's easier for them to find your carb tuning on your Subaru.
Like they put in so much work to do that when their focus is just, they don't even have no focus, if you ask me. So it's like aimlessly, walking around.
It just go lobbyists.
That's what it comes down.
Lobbyists. Look at social media yesterday. Social media was on the hill.
Yeah.
They had to answer questions. They was like, yo, y'all know that this is dangerous for children. And Zuckerberg was like,
yo, did you see his face? Yo, mom, yo, son, he was so monotone. He wasn't even there.
Do you know how much they did their earnings report the next week? The next day. Do you know how much they went up?
No.
They went up $85 in one day. They stock went up $85 in one day. Yeah.
Wow.
And you know how he stayed out of trouble?
No.
Lobbyists. He paying them lobbyists.
Yeah.
They keep them off of him. So the reason they keep bringing him in to sit down in front of Congress, because they want him to commit to fixing it and him committing to saying that there's a problem. Why would I do that when I'm getting millions? Billions.
But they made it easy, though.
He's the 5th richest man in the world as of today. Because of that. We're gonna keep it moving.
Amazing, man.
You already know. Look, we don't want to get too crazy. We already into the autos, man.
Let's go. Oh man, son.
It just goes to show, like I said, at the end of the day, nobody steps on these big businesses, and we're gonna talk about this one too.
For what?
It looks like Costco is out here giving out bad gas.
Oh no,
yo, son, I'm hurt because
I was about to say, because I know you a loyal customer over there with the Costco fuel.
I'm a loyal customer of the Costco gas.
Got about there pumping Costco fuel.
So it looks like drivers in Atlanta claim they're getting bad gas from Costco. This is crazy. It says started looking into it last week. A lady named Michelle Rabinovitz, wow, claimed that a day after getting gas at Costco, she suffered engine damage. Damn. Her local VW dealer told her she'd have to part with $700 for the fix. Worse yet, she claims Costco isn't doing anything to help her. So I went straight to Costco thinking that they would stand behind their product, and they did not. Now, a week later, more people have come forward and said they have engine damage from getting bad fuel at Costco stations. This includes a woman who went to the same station and was also hit with a $700 repair bill for her. I don't know if this is Costco or if this is the mechanic right now, though. Yo, you got Costco gas? Come over here, kid. Come over here.
Yeah, let me die like that for you real quick. So yeah, that's Costco right there. So
everybody, yo, we got that gas up the block. Yeah. Let me look at your car real quick, son. It might be messed up, son. I don't know what to do. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said that's nothing new. Costco been had bad gas.
Oh no,
chill, son. You out here buying? Come on, B. I gotta stop the music right here.
Yo, so you not for nothing, no.
Why nobody else ain't told me?
So you're not for not. See, the crazy part is when the bed one first mentioned that to me, I always thought that was a little strange. I was like, Costco, when did we do that?
Yo, son, I go to the price is crazy. Yo, the premium be cheap. No wonder.
You're right.
No wonder they forgot to mix it.
He said, no wonder there's no mixing.
They forgot to mix the gas.
Yo, man, they forgot one important ingredient, son.
Yo, shout to everybody, man. Shout to everybody too. They're paying attention. Don't forget, have you had a bad gas issue at Costco? I had worse gas at Taco Bell.
Oh, he's wilding.
It just remains to be seen. Damn, it remains to be seen. And the last thing we're gonna talk about here today in this segment is gonna be Toyota.
Oh man, what's going on with
Toyota? Toyota warns $50,000 owners to stop driving immediately for airbag fix. Here we go again.
Okay.
Here we go again with this Takata airbag
another
recall.
Takata problem. Yeah, Takata issue right here.
And look at the cars that they're coming for. The 2003 to 2004 Toyota Corolla, Corolla Matrix, and 2004, 2005 RAV4s. Wow. It's a lot of them on the streets. They said this is part of the Takata airbag thing, so we need y'all to stop driving them immediately.
And also the Pontiac Vibe is up there too. Yo,
I gotta stop the music. I'm stopping everything,
son.
The Pontiac Vibe.
First off, you remember the Pontiac Vibe?
I do, but where are you taking it? Where you taking it?
Yeah, at this point you can take it to Toyota. It's all good.
Toyota gonna be like, yo, we got this. Come on, come on. It just goes to show you got people dying out here over these airbags.
And that's the crazy part, man, because you know how it goes is when it actually explodes, a shrapnel comes out.
And here's the thing, it's
not
not
hit your main artery in your neck.
Crazy.
Like it gets bad.
You be out there leaking like a scary movie. But the problem is that it doesn't wait for an accident to do it.
Oh, not anymore, because they figured over time, whatever deteriorates on it, it just explode.
Wow.
Yeah, that's reckless. That's extra
crazy.
Reckless, huh?
That's make you want to take the whole steering wheel off. Like, what's the point?
Damn, you're right.
Replace it with a racing wheel. Why keep it?
Son, you might as well replace it with a racing wheel, get a harness, get a roll cage, and just enjoy the car.
Just go for yours.
Absolutely.
20,000. 20,000.
That's a fact. You know what's so crazy? Like they try to do the whole safety thing, right? They try to do the whole safety thing, and they put us in more risk. What is that?
Yo, son, stop, because I'm still thinking about the Boeing 737.
Yo, son, I ain't gonna front. That gave me nightmares. I was like, this is crazy. Yo, where are we going? Yo, son. Oh man, so there's no way. There's no way. It's no way, son.
Shout to Phil. He said, I'm driving my car with a suit of armor.
Damn.
Bringing it in. Damn, I hear you, kid. Zoom for Zoom. Yeah, I've been procrastinating on a Takata airbag recall for
Oh, nah.
You're not the only one because my Infinity is included in there, and I gotta.
Oh, you're the better one be wild. So
They've been emailing me. I gotta stop because God forbid something happened to me. I'm like, yo, we've been talking to this dude for 5 years. Nah. Let me just make sure I take it there, man. I'm sorry for everybody, man. We apologize, but you already know how I get down. Zoom ain't bullshit, no. I hear
he's not. But you know, another thing that's always amazing is like they put out these products, right? Like the airbag, for instance. And did they really put it through the test? Like I feel like manufacturers or companies, they don't do this stuff.
No.
Even when it comes down to like recycling certain things, like solar panels.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really think about that part first. That's like last, and if something miraculously happens, they decide to act on it, right?
Right.
That is like, how is that really good for business?
It's never good for business, bruh. It's never good for business. At the end of the day, you gotta put your stuff through the rigors, man.
I would think so.
You gotta put yourself through the rigors, and we got some understairs too coming.
Oh man, so I love
something crazy, yo, son. Because we got a couple of them, and I want to know: has any of this ever happened to you? Because we didn't go through nothing else and get an understand. We're gonna hold off for a little while. But with that being said, we get down. We're gonna jump right into this next segment. You ready to get it?
Let's go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's the Bearded One. We are in the building.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, the 2025 BMW Z40 M40i with a manual.
Let's go.
Coming with a manual, y'all.
But at a price, though. At a premium coming with the manual.
And the problem is, the car usually costs $67,000. They said the manual will probably be $70,000. So it's about a $3,000 charge for manual.
It's a $3,400 charge, right?
$3,500 charge.
But yo, look how much it costs already, though.
It's manual. They figured it out.
And then on top of that, right? When the dealers get their hands on it, it's gonna be an $85,000 car.
That's a fact.
So now at $85,000, this is where they kind of got you in a full Nelson. Though. This is their last roadster, really. This is like their only roadster, or like one of the only roadsters out there.
Yes.
Like, so what are you gonna do? But remember when they were supposed to originally drop it with the manual, they was like, nah, we're not gonna do it, blah 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 blah. But now they turn around, you know what? They want it, let them pay for it.
Do you realize that the I think they said about 20% of their sales from the last couple years been manual? And BMWs they know idiots.
Nah, they're not though, but they the same ones who's talking about manuals for old people. It was nostalgic or something like that.
Oh yeah, we heard that story.
Yeah, so I felt offended. I'm like, damn,
I'm old, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You the OGs?
Because I want to shift.
Yeah. Listen. Old people go to the teller. They don't use no ATM.
Man, that's real, son.
Shout to Seneca. He said it used to be cheaper to get a manual. However, though, right?
Yeah.
The car is beautiful.
I think it looks really well.
The car is beautiful.
I got a thing for drops though.
I'm gonna tell you like this: it looked more Supra than the Supra.
What is he talking about? Yeah. It's no way this thing looks more Supra than the Supra.
Now I'm gonna tell you the truth, kid. Yeah. You already knew they molded over with Toyota. They said, listen,
they really did though.
They said, listen, how's that manual Supra working out for you? It's working? Yeah. All right, we're gonna put it. That was the holdup. That's why they was like, nah, we're not gonna do it just yet. But I will say, however, beautiful car, definitely something I would buy. I do understand that the price is crazy, but at the same time, it is a convertible roadster.
Yeah, B.
Manual.
That's the thing.
From BMW.
That's the thing. Toyota can never drop a drop neither though, because they're probably gonna be identical at that point.
That's a fact. That Supra could never.
Yeah, they can't see. Man, son. But not for nothing though. This Z4 has a face only a mother can love though. Like it's on the verge of. I don't know. I'm not committing no vehicular treason here. I'm just saying, like, it is a good looking car, and it's in green. I'm leaning a little bit, but the green brought it back to life. It's pretty high in this green.
Okay, so if it's blue, that ain't it.
It might be a problem, son.
Wow.
Might be.
Really?
Might be a problem.
Shout to the Facebook. You said, yo, the Takata airbag recall was fought by all the dealers. Wow, I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Shout to Phil. He said the Z4 is gorgeous. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful car.
It's smooth, but
He said sports cars are manual. I don't want a damn luxury golf car. That is a fact. If your sports car is not manual, it's not a sports car.
But see, you got people who will argue you down because I feel the same way.
Listen, they could feel any way they want to. I'll be looking at them like this.
But then they gonna start throwing numbers at you.
Yo, but you know, I'm in a quarter mile, my 0 to 60 time and my 60, my flat, my trap speed. And I'll be like this. But you got there just by stomping on the gas, bro. Man. That's why I said I respect Mark Defane. At the end of the day, everybody out here, they all these BMW cat, and we going there. All the BMW
drawing the line. Let's go.
All of that, they going. Oh, yo, it's cat food and this, that, and the third. But you auto though.
And that has to sting. It has to sting because that's a fact. Like you auto though.
You auto. Even... What skills do you have?
Ooh.
What skills do? Listen, if we sitting here and we flying drones, and you sitting there, all you got to do with your drone is go like this, then you ain't me. If we ride motorcycles and I'm shifting and I'm throwing it up, and you sitting there with just one shifter going like this, man, you not me.
Damn, son, you got a point though.
So you can't tell me at the end of the day that you drive a sports car. No, you drive. Let's not say a sports coupe. That's what you drive.
Nah, man, you can't even give it the sports coupe.
Can't even give it the sports.
You drive title. Something that could be sporty, I guess.
Come on,
like, it could be.
Listen, shout to the Facebook. You said BMW built the McLaren F1 motor and put it in the X5.
Ooh,
it's crazy. So now I know where I'm going to get the swap. At the end of the day, it's what it is. Shout to Seneca. He said, "Damn, that hurt." It's a fact, though.
Telling you, sound like it's real though.
It's a fact. Real. Shout to him, and she said, "Fact."
Let's go.
It's what it is. At the end of the day, you cannot tell me we the same person. I have an auto too, but you don't see me toting that auto like it's a sports car. No,
it's a good one.
You don't see me toting my M35. Yo, I be hitting turns. Come on, bruh. But now talk about me with the Type auto.
Yeah, it's a little
different ball game, kid.
I agree.
Whole different ball game. Talk about me with the GSX. No. At the end of the day, the reason why these cars and these motorcycles are what they are is because it took a specific set of skills to man this thing.
So now when I think about it, right, you know what? We could give them the sports coupe or something sporty, right? I feel like, again, when it comes down to the manuals on, that's a true driving, focus enthusiast type of move. That's a true driving car, huh?
Yes.
Not when the paddles isn't in play. You just got to move it over a little bit and go to.
It sounds soft. It sounds soft. He was like paddle shift.
Yo, you want this easy? Come right over here.
AKA see paddle. Come on.
It's terrible.
This is what I'm saying. He said, better yet, my X5 is a 6-speed manual transmission. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, I understand if everything is not gonna be manual. I get it.
I'm sorry.
Unlike my counterpart over here, who feels like the 747 should be manual. When they take it off, they should be shifting in the gear to make sure they can fly.
100%.
However,
stay on.
I get it. You stupid. I get it. But listen, there's just certain things for certain people.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't climb in the ring with boxers saying I could box because I know how to put my hands up.
Factory.
It's a whole different ball game when you get into there with the professionals.
Yeah.
So do yourself a favor, stay out the water. When you see me, I'm a shark. And there's not gonna be I'm gonna give him a pass because it's auto. Sorry, fam. I need you to keep that moving, son.
Nah, I agree.
Shout to Faber. He said 52 gears at 700 miles.
Let's go.
The taxi speed is crazy.
Let's do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, that would be great.
But it's true though. At the end of the day,
yeah.
A true sports car is manual.
I agree. You know, my biggest problem is, again, man, we talk about this, like they try to group them all together, and that's my problem. Like they have their own lane, it will be okay,
right?
But the problem is you grouping them together now. Like now you're talking about trap speed, now you're talking about 0 to 60 time, now you're talking about a bunch of different things. Now it's like, come on, dog. Now you need to
telling you,
pack it up or something. But I agree, 100%.
This is why I say at the end of the day, man. We could always sit here and say, yeah, we the same. We not the same.
Not at all.
And trust me, I'll be quick to remind cats. Whoa, hold up. Hold up. We not the same.
Quick to remind.
Whoa. Yeah. You shifting?
Nah, man, for what?
I don't need to shift that. How they told me? They said that's old and antiquated.
Oh, no. Antiquated.
They said they only do that for heritage vehicles.
Oh.
You don't want a heritage vehicle?
For what? Wow, when I gotta shift it and enjoy myself.
It's hilarious. Cobra 427, the Shelby Cobra 427. Listen, I'm gonna tell you about my little. Listen, shout to Hammond. She said, "If you ain't shifting, you ain't driving." It's a fact. Shout to Hammond on that one. We gotta give him a props.
Factory, man. Like that is the truth. Like
if you ain't shifting, you ain't driving.
No, you're not. You're not.
That's a fact. Because at the end of the day, what are you doing? You just sitting there. Listen, we've done the rally. I've done the rally.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who don't know. We do the gutter ball rally.
Factory.
We do our drives. I've done my drive in the automatic car. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I was nowhere near as enthused when I drove a manual 4-door Civic.
I remember that when you told me that. You was like, nah, man. Like, he's like, race is cool and all, but
not for this.
Not for this type of move. It's not.
Shout to Drake. He said no flappy paddles. And shout to Seneca. He said devil's advocate. Lewis ain't shifting that Ferrari.
No, he's 100%. See, when we talked about this, like their level of driving to the Schumacher and them, those guys,
not the same.
It ain't the same.
Because Schumacher
it ain't the same. It's not.
So we're gonna give Hammy his props.
Sure, 100%.
Just because at the end of the day. But that's like saying Michael Jordan's 6 rings ain't greater, or Bill Russell's 11 rings ain't greater than Michael Jordan's 6. Look what he had to go through to get it. He had to work hard. They ain't have shoes that mold.
Yeah.
That man was playing on sandals with strings in them.
He said sandals with strings.
Group shout to Drake. He said Group B had no paddles. This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, flappy paddles.
But that's what I'm saying. What
crazy?
Not to get too deep into this, but what happened to the real competitive racing pedigree? Like, yo, we got to shift our own gears. Started drinking soy milk. Damn.
Remember that soy milk craze?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's what you see now.
So it's like the tofu with the barbecue sauce.
Yeah. See, nah, we not doing that.
Damn.
I'm eating the steak. It is what it is. Pause. That was crazy. But you see what I'm saying?
I see where you going though. That's a fact.
Like, you're not gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, we're gonna eat the tofu because if you eat the steak, it can kill you. Okay. Can you pass me that steak, by the way?
2 of them.
2 of them. Knife and fork, bro. That's it.
Oh,
because at the end of the day,
man,
shout to Seneca. He said, not the soy milk. I'm sorry.
Son.
The soy milk. I'm gonna stop badgering because the more we get into the cats, I'm gonna hear this tomorrow on Instagram.
That's a fact.
Oh, you talking about soy milk? Crazy. Not from Seneca. Seneca know what it is.
That's a fact.
He said automatic Tiptronic DCT is all for man under. Oh man, I can't even repeat that. I'm not gonna repeat that. We gonna go back to that.
That's crazy. So I know that was funny. So I know it was funny.
You gotta say at the end.
Man.
I'm sorry though. That was cold. But I gotta say at the end of the day, listen, I think the best thing that ever happened to me was me learning how to drive manual.
I ain't gonna front though. I think you're gonna laugh. Y'all may laugh at me out there. I think about that every day. I ain't gonna hold this, huh? I think about that every day. Like, damn, man, imagine if I ain't do this.
Crazy.
I don't know, man. I'm sure my life would have been different.
Of course. Cause now I look at cars differently. I really do. I look at them differently. I'm more intrigued about the technical side of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, so if that's like that, what? Listen, it is what I remember when I first took my CRX apart. We're gonna keep moving with the show. I hate stories, but I'm gonna get into it though a little bit. When I first got my CRX, and I finally learned how to drive manual, I was like, yo, what's making this thing shift anyway? So when I changed the engine and I got it up in the air, I see this shift linkage.
All kind of craziness.
And I'm like, so wait a minute. I'm thinking there's something in place. And it really is. It really isn't. And that would make you appreciate it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because now what you really doing is you placing that linkage in a certain place to grab a certain gear and move.
Yeah.
That is precise.
Man, it's like, it's super intriguing. I'll tell you this though. One of the things for me was, it's like when you're releasing the clutch, right? And how the car starts to want to grab and move or maybe turn off. And then you jump inside of an automatic. You like, what is? I don't know what's happening.
No.
I mean, I know what's happening, but you don't know what's happening. Like, this is weird. Like,
one thing I'll say about
it's so different.
One thing I'll say about like my M35. You put it in drive, it's like you feel like you feel something. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when I'm lifting off and you feel that manual,
it's something like either you're gonna get it or you're not. Like, it's one of those. Like, then you feel just the engagement. Like, you like, oh, I got to learn how to operate this thing, because if I don't, I may not move.
Tell you what, same thing when I learned to ride my motorcycle.
Oh man, son.
When I learned how to slip the clutch, like I was like, oh boy, that's when you really get into it. I'm telling you, that's what I say. It takes a lot of skill. Shout out to Seneca. He said, I ain't gonna lie. I wish my current had a manual. It's all good.
Nah, it is.
You because at the end of the day, you drive that point A to point B.
Yeah, for a fact.
But this is why I say, if you're every day not a manual, you gotta have a build.
That's a good one. That's a little rule. That's an exception to the rule. That's a fact. I agree with that. However, though, if your daily duty can be a clutch, though, I don't know. That's even better. So I'm sorry.
I can't front.
Yeah, I love it.
For years,
I love it. Son.
I drove a daily that was manual. My clutch foot looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger arm, son. Leg was crazy. Yeah, I got stuck in traffic every day,
son.
And I will say this. It made me a way better driver. Like, see, remember, I tell people all the time, when you drive a manual, it's not the high speed.
No, it's not.
It's when you at low speed, when you start figuring out what you can and can't do.
Absolutely.
When I drop in the second gear and I'm barely holding 2,000-3,000 RPM, like, that's when you start realizing, like, oh, it's not as bad. Telling you, kid. Shout out to everybody who rocks manual.
Factory. Or if you even want to give it a shot, like, it's just something like, it's not bad.
Shout out to the Facebook user. He said in traffic with a 6-pump. Yeah,
let's go.
That's a little different.
Let's go.
I can't front. Driving my CRX when I had the B16 swap. I put an ACT 6-puck unsprung hub in there. Whoa.
Yeah.
Felt like it was a strong midget on the other side of the pedal.
See, that's a little different. Back. Yeah, if you going over a board like that, changes now a little bit. Changes a little bit.
I can't front, but when you talk about grab,
oh man, I know it's crazy. It's like
second gear was like you hooking everything up.
Like you feel and hear the clamp, like woof. It's like oh, this is crazy.
And not for nothing, when you lift off the pedal, it's like
like,
it's an instant. If you wrong, it's gonna shut off. So it was like you got to get the sprung hub makes it a little bit easier. Like you still feel it, like grabbing, but the unsprung, it's like I'm telling you, kids, look like it's a
remember right
match.
I remember right. Not to drag this on too much longer, but I remember when I had the Shelby, right? I was dealing it for a little while. I was definitely in traffic. Yo, that twin disc. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I should get out the V and my leg will be on fire. But I enjoyed it so much, I didn't care.
Tell you. That time we went to Canada.
Oh man, son.
That time we went, and I know I talk about the story a lot. Shout to Reeps. He said next Ferrari gonna need a governor. Looks only performance choke down. That's a fact.
True.
Yo, we was on our way home from Canada, so we passed through Mexico. So when we passed through Mexico, right? I had the Infinity. Like I said, I wasn't totally enthused.
Yeah.
S.I Shawn had what you had at that time? You had the Shelby, Shelby Mustang convertible
joint drop.
Nice.
Great.
Shelby, what was it? 350?
No,
yeah, the Shelby
GT500. Yeah, the 2009.
So the Shelby GT500, and I had the Valentine 1 radar detector on. We wilding, we being silly.
Yeah,
I dumped the gas. He dumped the gas.
The road was good though. The road was all right. It was nobody really on it.
Right. We was in Mexico. Nobody was there.
Fact.
Next thing you know, he just like, okay, I'm gonna stop playing. Downshift. Gone.
Man,
I'm like,
son.
oh man, take off. And right when we left the border of Mexico, there was a trooper.
Yo, it was crazy.
So the Valentine 1 is warning me, and I'm trying to catch up to him. And it's too late. The car was. I was like, he go past the trooper.
I ain't gonna front when I realized that it was one to my left. So I looked down. We don't condone this. I was north of something pretty high. I was like, oh man,
we went back to Mexico. So it was crazy. You went from Mexico to New York to Mexico.
I'm telling you, it was banana sandwich. Huh?
Never seen nothing like that before.
Nah, I can't.
However, the trooper responded.
Mm-hmm.
How the troopers respond in Tokyo Drift.
That's a fact. You remember that?
180K, they can't catch
him after that.
Let me stop.
It was crazy. It was definitely a good time, though. But
that was crazy. Shout to him, and she said, "Come on, y'all, manual. You don't even got to turn your head to back up anymore. Driving just not the same." She's right. Dudes are so used to the camera. I can't front. Sometimes I'll be like, "Nah, Pop, come on."
I ain't gonna front. What I still do, like I bypass the camera now, because like you said, you become. Don't get me wrong. That's probably one of the best things they ever did, though. Not for nothing for you non-drivers out there. I know y'all really appreciate that, and I respect that. But I still pay homage to them side mirrors, baby. I have to. I still gotta get my angle on. Like, hold on. Let me make sure. I start measuring from inside the car, getting right.
That's a fact.
Because you cannot lose the basic skill.
Nope.
You can't.
The basic skill is what hurt you. Shout the big N. He said slowly taking control in the name of your safety. That's exactly what he mean. Like some cats can't even just negotiate a little bit. Shout to Seneca. He said he missing his B5.5. Boy, I hate it. And shout to the face of you. He said facts. He laughed. He said facts, but it's culture. He said you feel and hear everything. That's a fact.
It's just a different level of experience, man. It's like
I tell cats all the time, man. My manual driving experience has always been better. When we did the Dragon Tail, when we did Enter the Dragon, man. 2 years ago almost.
Even a Run to the Sun when I had the Super, it was just fantastic, son. It was just fantastic.
T-top Super. Wow.
Oh man, it was great, son. It was great.
I'm gonna tell you, kids. So when I drove the manual, I was like, wow. When I drove the Type R to the Dragon's Tail and drove it on the Dragon's Tail, whole different ball game.
I'm telling you, son.
When you match revving for real versus your paddles doing it for you, big difference. But
factory.
With that being said, man, you know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
Let's go, baby. S.I Shawn.
And we are in the building, man. I'm gonna tell you what, we got a couple other things we want to talk about. We're gonna definitely get into this the driving experience a little bit in our next segment. You know how we get down. With that being said,
driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you gotta get this off your chest.
All right. You know how we get down, man. We are here. This is our driver's etiquette, where we like to definitely bring up a couple things that we see along the way and see, and we got to ask ourselves, like, is this proper?
Yeah.
So I saw a video the other day, right? And we spoke about it a little bit last week, but we really didn't get a chance to chop into it.
Okay.
We all saw the white Chrysler 300 spinning around, at a takeover, crashed the car. Now the update is that not only did he crash this car now, that the engine inside of the car was stolen.
Sheesh.
So now, with the engine being stolen, who knows? They probably looked at the transmission, everything and stamped. And now they saying, you know what? They're hitting them with more charges.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Man, it had the full brakes on it and everything. Wheels, all of it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, now that begs the question. Now I follow a couple people on Instagram and all that.
Yeah.
And they sell parts. And I thought about it, like, dealing with the Type R, dealing with the CRX especially, because it's such an older car. Sometimes used parts are better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when it comes down to buying used parts, how do you feel about that now, knowing that somebody could be left with the rabbit ears because you purchased this purchase? You know what I mean? Like, somebody's car probably got booked and you got this. How you feel about that?
I ain't gonna lie, like, that's what always kind of, strayed me away from used parts. Like, seriously, like, my thing, like, I was never the guy like, yo, I'm about to get this used, blah, blah, blah. I don't even care if it's pause.
Right.
I'm gonna slow down. Like intake manifold, you know what I'm saying? Lack of a better term. Because I was going there for a second.
He was going there.
I don't even care if it's that. I don't want it. I don't want it because, like you said, like, I don't want to gain of somebody else's misery. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, somewhere along the line, it's probably his book.
Yeah.
That's why you could get it for super duper cheap. Like, yo, hey, come through, fam, come take this. Meet the trolling the bridge, and you get this for the low.
So
kind of stayed away from that type of stuff.
I'll tell you this, right? I'll be honest. Like, I bought used parts.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I feel like I was like when I bought the JDM front and stuff.
Yeah.
The guy had the car sitting right there.
That's a little different now. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different now.
You know what I mean?
Changes the game a little bit, yeah.
But when you buying stolen parts, it's like, and you don't know. I think that's crazy.
What about when you do know?
When you know the person, the thief.
When you know that and you still I'm gonna put this on my car. What?
Wow.
I don't know. I always find those people to be something a little wrong with them. I ain't gonna front.
Shout to the Facebook. He said accountability keeps messages, posts, all receipts, and all. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Shout to Reeps. Reeps be copying. He said anything with numbers I don't buy used. Rather hit a junkyard and have paperwork.
Factory.
That's a fact. Let's go. Facebook, you said screenshot and all. I made my saying cover thine own. But it makes sense. And it's like, when you think about it, right? I remember one time in particular, right?
Yeah.
I went to buy, I had I got wind of a guy who crashed his Acura Integra LS, right? Cool cat. I had helped him out a couple times with his car.
Okay.
And he calls me. He's like, yo, listen, I'm getting rid of the car. I'm like, perfect. All right, you getting rid of the car. He says, do you want anything off of it? I said, I want the engine, transmission, and rear brakes. Right? He said, yo, I'll give it all to you for $300-$400.
Sheesh.
That would never happen again, by the way.
Oh, nah. That's going in the wind. So.
Shout to the Facebook. You said stolen parts hold bad juju.
I ain't gonna front, son. It's something with them. It's something. Yo, I know a couple people who had strange parts on their cars, and not for nothing. No, it was like their situation was never good. I ain't gonna front. I always found that odd. I'm like, yo, why time I turn around, you in this type of situation?
Yeah.
Every time. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you?
Look at this white Chrysler.
Yeah.
You got all that. Now you on the side of a wall. It's crazy. But
oh man,
like I said,
that's crazy.
So now, right? I go to his house, whatever. He's like, yo, you can have it, but you got to drop the engine. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop the engine, transmission, even took the rear. Pause.
Yo, mute his mic. I gotta talk to management because this is getting crazy.
Yo, my bad. That came out wrong. Pause.
Yo, he dropped the tranny and took the rear. I'm good. There's no way.
Wow. Shout to Militime NYC. He's in the building. That was crazy. I'm sorry.
That was wild.
I'm sorry. That was wild.
That might have been the wildest of 24 so far.
I think that was the wildest. Dropped the tranny and took the rear. Yowzers. I didn't mean that like that. However,
yeah, let's go.
That was filthy. But
I'm tired.
So now I get all the parts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm saying to him, I'm like, I mean, it's an engine, bro. Like, I mean, like,
it's an engine.
Like, you think about it, right? Like, my first engine I had bought was from a company. I bought the B16 from a company, but this is me buying an LS engine, and I'm like, yo, so how could I prove, it's mine? Like, he said, no problem. He went and made a copy of the title and gave it to me. He said, it's all good. He said, I'm getting rid of the car anyway. He said, so you got a copy of the title of where it came from and everything like that. He signed the paper, everything like that, wrote a note on it and everything. And I was like,
wow,
most people don't do that.
Nah, heck no. I'm still over here confused on how you got all that for $300-$400.
His mom's told him he had to get rid of the car. He smashed it up bad, and it was just it was a pile of junk. Shout to Seneca. He said that comment was very Mr. C-ish. Dropped the tranny and took the rear. Never again will you hear me talk reckless like that.
Damn,
that was pause all the way.
That's
but I will say, right? I walked away with to me was like a boatload. Like I'm good,
for real. That's what I'm like. Wait, axles too?
No, you know what? I didn't take the axles.
Yeah,
and I don't know why.
I don't either.
Because really, when it come down to putting those engines in a CRX, you have the axles if they crazy, but if they two, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't fit.
Oh, okay.
Or it's a tight fit, like when it comes to the hubs.
Yeah.
So I just left the axles.
Oh, okay.
But however, right, I walked away, and all I could think was people would think I stole this.
Absolutely, 100%.
So what I did was when I put that engine in the car, because that was the engine I ended up swapping for.
Oh, okay.
I put that engine in the car. I just kept that VIN, the copy of that VIN at home, and I kept one in the car. Just in case that if I get pulled over and the cop go up, oh, this is not the regular engine in this car. I'm like, yeah, it ain't. But I bought X, Y, and Z. Here's a note. Here's the VIN number.
Yeah,
because at that time, they were trying to make you pop your hood.
Yo, you're not lying. Even when I had the LS Integra, I remember I got pulled over one time. You know, the cop pulled me over to literally tell me how cool the car looked.
Right.
And he definitely told me to open the engine.
He said, yo, pop your engine?
Yeah, right. But it wasn't like, yo, man, you're doing something wrong. I even think it's stolen. He just wanted to know about the car. That was very interesting to me. I was like, this is really odd.
Nah, he was a detective. He was gaming you.
He was gaming me?
He was like, yo, kid, this is fire. Pop the hood. And you was like, yeah, I'll do it. He had you, kid.
But you know, what's crazy though, right? I remember one time, so I'm driving the Shelby, and I get pulled over in that car, right? Yo, the cop came over, enthused about the car though, talking to me. Oh man, this is crazy, blah blah blah. So I'm like, hold on, this is the second time that ever happened,
right?
So I don't know. Maybe I was getting gamed again. I don't know.
Nah, you know but see, real recognize real at the end of the day.
Yeah,
real recognize real. Car
he still gave me a ticket, but
he did.
It was okay.
He said 500.
No, he took it from a speeding on made it a seatbelt, so it was cool. I could deal with that. I could deal with that.
He cut you a break.
He did because I was wilding. I was wilding, but you know, sometimes.
Shout to Reeves. He said I've had to pop the hood on my car a few times. Thank God I keep paperwork of all the parts in the glove. And see
what I'm saying? You gotta take countermeasures.
And it makes me think now that this situation done happened, and trust me, what happens is now with this incident uptown in the Bronx or whatever, they going through that car with a fine tooth comb. They going through all of those people that was in that car. Come to find out, the passenger who rest in peace to him, he lost his life. He had charges.
Oh,
he had charges for thievery. So now they like trying to say, oh, well, maybe he is. And this is what I mean, man. Bad juju. Whoever said who was it that said that? They was 100% right.
That is a fact.
Shout to Facebook. He said a lot of people don't know. You don't have to. It's self-incriminating, complying with, and cop asking you to put your window down and pop your hood or whatever. That's a fact. You don't have to. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go. You don't have a warrant. You don't do that. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, we got
yeah, it's a fact. Yeah.
Now they pull up, they get their sergeant, lieutenant, and all that.
Now they get busy. They're gonna get busy.
And now they're gonna go through you with a fine-tooth comb. Pause. It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, sir.
But I do understand it's against the Constitution. That's a fact. It's an unlawful search.
Sure.
But they have ways around that.
Absolutely.
They do. Whatever reason they pulled you over for, they'll figure their way out. But my thing is just the CYA. Just cover thine. Shout out to the Facebook user again. Amar said, Militime NYC. That's as bad as Carvana selling a stolen car to a client and not knowing. Yeah.
That Maserati, that happened.
Shout to Amar. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta have that in mind. With that situation up there, like I said, and then people died.
Oh man, son.
Oh.
Yeah, that's wild.
His bail is like 150,000. I think that's light.
I thought it was a little light too for a second.
I mean, two people dead, third person still in the hospital, shattered spine.
Oh no, it's gonna get worse though. Man,
they said she's in an induced coma.
Oh no, it's game.
And him, I don't know, man. It's looking crazy. But one of the reasons I really brought it up is because now they're talking about creating a task force in New York, for these cars. For these situations, for these takeovers. This sounds a little familiar. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go. They're gonna wait for you guys to get together in these takeovers and stuff like that. They're gonna take pictures of license plates, stickers, and everything. Let you go on home. They're gonna show up at your door. Hey, listen, we see you was here participating in this takeover.
Yeah, it's a fact.
And we're gonna confiscate your car. Or you was there and we know you was there. And if we ever see you in one of these things again, we're gonna come and confiscate your car. What does that sound like?
Wasn't that like in North Carolina? Or
yes,
something like
sir.
That? Yeah.
Yeah, that is real police work.
But you know what's crazy though? So in the middle of that, right? They're gonna run down on you at the house.
Yep.
They're gonna figure out your car is hot, and it's gonna get even worse from there.
Yep. Shout to Facebook. He says all done by the drone now. Shout to Seneca. He said TNT, Tactical Narcotics Team.
Yeah, like this is gonna be TAT. Listen, Tactical Auto Team. Something crazy.
It's a fact.
Something crazy like that.
I wouldn't even be shocked. Sound like something that they would have.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say at the end of the day, this is what we've been saying: is the takeover game killing the car community? And I'm gonna tell you right now, this guy having stolen parts, scary. That right there.
You know what's even crazy? That it's the type of stolen parts he had.
He had brand new stuff.
This is what I'm saying. This is not from a car that was 20 grand, 30, 40, 50. This car was north of 7. Yeah, all that craziness. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on,
like so. Not only that, you had the brakes, you got the engine, you had the transmission,
tires, everything.
Boy,
come on, son.
Boy,
interior,
and it's stolen. That's a bad look. I could only imagine how this is gonna play out for him.
It's gonna unfold. I think it's gonna unfold pretty bad unless he got a Michael B. Jordan lawyer on deck.
Unless
he got one of those on deck, then he gonna be all right. But if he don't
got no lawyer,
nah, son, he don't got the bulldog. Forget it, bro.
Yeah,
forget it.
Forget it. Listen, shout to Reach. He said this has been a thing for years. It's nothing new. However, it's not new. But people lost their lives, including a 15-year-old girl.
Damn. So
she was 15. Yo, they not playing.
Nah, they not.
And even if they not playing,
yeah,
we shouldn't be accepting.
See, this is what I was thinking to myself the other day. Like you just said, is this like, putting a hamper on the car community? First off, if you ask me, you ever show up to one of those things, you're not a part of the car community, you're not an enthusiast. Because if you truly are, you don't want to partake in nothing like that. Right. So to answer that question, since they do group us all together, it's definitely destroying it. Cool has been happening for years, but we've been allowing it though.
Yeah, dude,
we've been allowing it.
That's a fact. And you know what? And that's why
we glorifying it. Yo, this is cool. Yo, boom, boom, boom.
Yo, he's spinning it till the tires is sparking.
He just spiked somebody 10 feet in the air. What are we doing?
So we've been looking. We all seen the crazy videos. Shout out to the Facebook. He said absolutely, and it makes it bad. He said, "Yo, my brother who built Monday Night Takeovers got jammed by PD because he did a show at the Coliseum, and they ticketed everyone going through the gates. That's crazy." And shout out to he said, "We accept it by letting it happen, and it's BS." 100%
factory,
right.
Son. Factory. It's like when do we draw the line with that though? Is what we avoiding confrontation? Maybe. But like if we supposed to be like, yo, call community, call this, we trying to keep the culture alive. But we letting that slide. We might as well be doing it ourselves.
You got to look at it like that.
No, bro. It's crazy. And it's another thing. You can't tell me that all car coaching communities are the same everywhere. I don't care if it's what is it called? Swinging. I don't care if it's
swimming.
Swimming. I don't care if it's donk wheels. You can't tell me that the car coach is the same. I think you have outlaw car coach. I think that's the thing.
Oh yeah,
because this kind of reminds me of it. Like this is not like pure car enthusiasts enjoying themselves. It can't be it, huh?
It's 100%.
Can't be, bro.
Where was this guy last week?
Listen, man.
Where was this guy last week?
I don't know, man.
Don't stop playing.
Let's go. That's talk to management, man.
Talk to management.
It's a fact.
No more paid time off. Calling the boss. We sending emails. Union rep.
This is a union rep, bro. Get HR involved.
Shout to Facebook. He said, we got to teach them better. It was different in our day. Now they have no hezzy and all that made it worse. I'm going to keep it a buck, right? And I saw a video. This is what really, made me want to talk about all of the stolen parts and and this, how cats are carrying on in the streets. Because you got cats really siding like, yo, I agree with street racing. They want to close all the tracks. Then we just going to race on the highway. We're going to do it. And I hear you.
Okay, sure.
I hear you. If the highway empty, y'all drop the handman 60 and just go for yours. It is what it is. As long as nobody get hurt. Mm-hmm. That's my thing. It's when you start hurting other people. It's when you put cars in a circle and start telling them to drift with people who are not professional drifters and whatever, and they sliding into the crowd, crashing into people.
How about even better than a professional drifter? You don't even know how to drive.
That's a fact.
You don't even know the basics of whatever you're trying to even do.
And see,
it get crazy. Huh?
And that's the thing about street racing. You don't know who you could line up with a dude. He got a 200. He got a 2,500 horsepower rear wheel drive Mustang, right?
Yeah.
You got your car. You would think he driving this 2,500. He know what he doing. What if he don't?
It's a whole nother thing.
What if he don't? What if we get up there, he loses at high speed sliding to you?
Ah, man, that's a whole nother thing.
We've never seen that happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on, this is crazy. Shout out to Militant. He said, leave management alone. We had great people there last week.
He said, leave management alone.
Shout to Miller because he was
Let's
on
go.
the show.
Miller Tom, that's a
Let's
fact.
go.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, you know another thing, like you said, like it's always gonna be some sort of street racing, whatever, right?
That's a fact.
But why don't we get organized? Put some dough up. If we really into it like that, I'm pretty sure it's enough for us to get some dough together and we go somewhere.
Well, shout to
make something happen.
Shout to those Nutty Money racing guys. That's a crazy name, by the way.
Yeah, that's bananas.
We went up there, man. It was racing on an old airstrip. It was crazy.
This is what I'm saying.
But you raced. The only thing, it was just no regulation. Cats are sitting at the end of the strip.
That's
I said, if somebody lose control.
I mean, we also got to take accountability for this stuff, man. Like people moving at 140, get out the way.
That's a fact.
Put some space between you and the damn track. But
cats don't see it that way.
I don't get it.
Yo, you know what they ended up saying? Yo, this VIP, you got to pay to sit here.
Oh, I got to pay to get hit? I'm Gooch. Keep that. Matter of fact, I pay for him. That's what it's gonna be. I'm good.
Matter of fact, yeah, fam, you go sit at the end of the strip. So when they lose control and wipe you out, keep the camera on you. But this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we gotta start really taking this thing. And like you said, I believe it's more nobody wants to get into conflict.
Yeah, but
because these dudes are not car dudes, they street dudes trying to front like they car dudes. So what do you think? If let's say for instance, Rally Radio, gutter ball rally, we throw our speed and we get cats that show up, we don't know them, whatever, which is cool.
Okay.
But now we see up the block they doing spins and donuts. What do you think we should do?
I mean, if they up the block doing spins and donuts, jeopardizing us and everybody else, I mean, there's always a way to resolve a conflict without it going there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think the best course of action is we try to shut it down ourselves before we get anything else involved.
So we go over there. Hey, listen, y'all cats wild, and yo, son, I'm gonna need you to back up. Oh,
I mean that's a little different though, but it don't have to go that way long. Well, if they can't perceive the message correctly, then it's gonna go that route. But
shout to Reeves. He actually said something that I agree with. Leave and act like you don't know. Yeah, fam. Yeah, go ahead. Do what you do. You're just doing it for yourself now.
Yeah, but people gotta figure that out together in order for everybody to break out, because if not, it's gonna keep getting grouped and we're gonna a way keep condoning it though.
Well, I say okay, so head up to them and tell them, yo, y'all cats going too far. I feel like this, right? I got a temper. Okay. I can't. I gotta really.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I get y'all want to do what y'all gotta do, but this is our event, man. I'm gonna need y'all to move on.
Yeah.
That's not gonna come out right.
I mean,
and the first time somebody what like it could.
I mean,
so instead of doing that, that's why I say what Reeps is saying actually makes sense. Like, yo, listen, let them perform for themselves. You go over there, you do that. Now, if we got a sanctioned event,
okay,
that's a different story because we could easily separate from them.
Okay,
no, this is sanctioned. People in here paid to be here.
Yeah,
people here, they behind this area here. What's going on up there ain't got nothing to do with it. Lock them up. They ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that's that. It could go that way, but it don't happen that way though. It's gonna be always grouped together. Because who won't say, yo, they came from the Rally Radio event, like they was there, they let them in.
Shout to the face. He said, yo, I'm gonna spend some time with the fan. Great show, brothers. Keep it up.
Appreciate that. Absolutely.
That's gotta be Amar. Shout to Amar.
Appreciate
we
that.
Appreciate you.
Factory.
Shout to Reach. He said no reason grown men need to tell other grown men how to act. I'm a strong believer in that.
I'm a strong believer in that too, though. But now what happens when it's conflicting with something you like, though? But now what do you do?
So, but
what do you do? You turn a blind eye? Okay, cool. That's not gonna stop them, no. If you can't be the voice of reason in it, then you might as well just don't even waste your time.
I would say this. I said that shout to Maul. He said you can't say nothing to these dudes, then you end up like that Karen in Connecticut where them dudes was jumping all over a car. Can't front. That's sorry. This is where my attitude.
You jump
with the temper kick in, but go ahead. I'm listening.
I understand that. So what I'm basically hearing is that, like, yo, we're gonna keep getting put together in this one group of idiots, and that's what it's gonna be, and that's what can be the rest of the car community or culture. If that's what it's gonna be, then I don't know how to feel about that.
So I'll tell you what I'm gathering is, and this to me it makes a lot of sense. It's now time to find a way to divide yourselves.
Ultimately.
And I believe that could happen, but the more sanctioned events. That's what it's coming down to.
Absolutely.
The more shout to Hammond. She said you can't reason with the unreasonable. She's right.
That's very accurate.
Cats that don't make shout to Hammond.
That's very accurate too.
Like you can't. Shout to Middletown. He said in your words, we.
Yeah.
That's a fact. We can't, because why? Because now you would think that cats would understand. Nah, fam. They probably don't got no kids. They probably ain't got no wife. They probably live at home with mom Dukes, got a stolen car, got a gun in the back. Like, they just all the way reckless. How you going to negotiate with that?
I don't know.
I mean, we could say something. Like, yo, son, listen, this is our event. We would appreciate you taking. Nah, we not going nowhere. Okay, then we out of here. And those are the kind of situations I learned getting older as a man that I gotta really go. There's another way to handle this.
Okay.
Because the young me would handle that in a different way, and it never pans out right. Especially when you got something to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but even with the sanctioned events, right? Like, I heard that was definitely smooth. Well, I also heard they was like, oh, they was at a car meet. Okay, what kind of car meet?
Nah, they was at a take that. I mean,
they said car meet though. So, it's a car meet of enthusiasts. That's what I heard. I was like, what? That's what made my antennas go off. Like, call me the enthusiast. Where?
So here's my thing,
and that's what's gonna always be sanctioned, no sanctions, and it's gonna always be grouped together.
That's a fact.
I feel like it's not gonna matter.
Here's my thing. That's one of the reasons why I like to do. I like to move on.
Okay.
I don't like to sit in one area. I don't like that.
I agree.
I never like that. I feel like you a sitting duck anyway. Cats drive by, they see you, drive by, they see you again. Oh, you still out there? You know what I mean? I ain't got time for all of that. My thing is, I like to keep it pushing. If we call guys because we drive, right? Same thing with your motorcycle.
I agree.
If we riding motorcycles, then we people because we ride. So let's ride. Let's get outside.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. We can sit, parlay, chill, all that. Or like, yo, kid, I'm having a barbecue. Boom, boom,
That's
boom.
one thing. Okay.
But when we out in the street, especially now with the way things are going on the street with PD, cameras, speed cameras, exhaust cameras, do you really want to be just standing somewhere around?
Nah.
Something to think about, y'all. You already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one here. S.I Shawn in the
go.
building. Where was he last week? No more paid time off. That's funny. Yeah. OTO time only.
That's it, right?
Let's go. But with that being said, you know how we get down, man. We are in the building, and we have our most favorite segment coming up right now. As we all know, it is Black History Month. Y'all know here at Rally Radio, we like to honor those that especially has something to do with the automotive community, and they were Black. And that's what we love to hear. So with that being said, my man S.I Shawn, he got something for us today. Special Legends of Auto.
Factory.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh, okay.
Wrong one,
Jeopardy.
y'all. Wrong one.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right, what you got?
So this Legends of Auto is a little different, you know what I'm saying? And like the bid one just said, for the Black History Month, that should be every month, but we're going to narrow it down to this, right? This guy right here, I feel like it, bid one feels like, and I'm pretty sure y'all going to feel the same way. He contributed to the automotive world universe with this that he invented, right? He invented the spark plug on February 2nd in 1839.
Wow.
That is crazy right there, son. And his name was Edmund Berger. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Edmund.
Let's go. He was born in Bolivia. Pretty interesting dude. And the fact that he came out with this spark plug was amazing. But however, though, just like with many other things, he did not get it patented. That's crazy.
So here's the thing with that, right? And I was telling, there's a lot of inventions, that Black people made that they was never able to patent and cash on because of who they were.
Yeah,
they weren't even allowed access to the paperwork.
Nah, nothing.
So because they couldn't get the paperwork, they had the only way they could make money
by selling it.
Was by selling the invention, which is why you have air conditioners, traffic lights,
stop signs. Oh man, son, peanut butter.
Come on,
even down to the peanut butter, baby.
Come on, Jiffy.
Come on, son.
Crazy. Continue on. I'm sorry,
but yeah, I'm glad he did this because a lot of us walk around not understanding like we contribute to a lot of stuff that goes on, son, and a lot of things we even be able to run correctly if a lot of our people then decide to get their mind together.
That's a fact.
And even have an idea. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thought that was pretty cool, and I appreciated that one.
Let's go. With that being said, y'all know how we get down in the building over here.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Let's go. Shout to Hammond. She said, come on, SI with the history lesson.
Let's go.
With that being said, man, like I said, that was always my favorite. It's always my favorite segment of the show. Because at the end of the day, a lot of time, Shout to Marley. He said the assembly line wasn't Henry Ford invention.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
There was listen.
Yo,
this is why a lot of times it's
crazy,
good to know
B.
these things.
It is though. It is.
Trust me, every week we're gonna have one. At least every week we're gonna have one for February. We're gonna make sure we're doing at least when we do the show because we gotta shout out our people more. Man.
Absolutely, especially like with things you probably think we had nothing to do with when it comes like with autos or what have you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And then we even can go further than that. And we will. So,
facts.
Let's go.
Facts. So with that being said, y'all know how we get down here. You know what it is.
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
Well, you know how we get down here. This is our hot mods. It looks like Donald Trump owned 1997 Lamborghini Diablo sold for $1.1 million. And not for nothing, he had that Boost Blue Lamborghini Diablo SV too. Well, Lamborghini Diablo VT, excuse me. So sold in Scottsdale for $1.1 million at the Barrett Jackson auction. For the most part, the reason I'm even bringing it up is because at the end of the day, it just goes to show, like, on top of it being a Lamborghini and a Diablo, the fact that it was owned by Trump, cats is like, I want it.
Absolutely.
So we got to pay attention to that, man. You got to pay attention. Listen, some things that happening in front of us.
That's crazy right there.
And we got to make sure that we paying attention.
I mean, they're going to want it because he was a former president. Maybe.
Name is on the title.
Signed. All that. And not for nothing, we starting to find out that Trump was actually a car guy. Apparently.
He had a Ferrari F430 manual.
Oh, man.
Lamborghini Diablo VT.
Ooh.
And these are the cars that we see go up for auction.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Car went for 1.1, so that's a lot.
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion.
Let's go.
Only on Rally Radio.
You know how we get down, man. We are in the building, and you know where we are now. Because at the end of the day, we don't get you for what you did. It's how you do it.
What up? Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
So, it looks like we got 2 understeers. Come on down. You know how we do. We got a couple things going up. Shout out to Middletown. He said, NYC said, thanks to the bearded one with his news report about the Formula One guy making history himself, leaving one company to another. That's a fact. Hamilton is I believe he's the first black driver for Ferrari.
Oh, man, son.
Let's go.
And also who was knighted. Let's not forget he was knighted. Come on, huh?
Let's go. But with that being said, we got our understeers up here. Bring them on down. We got 2 arrested in Florida for hitting 199 miles an hour in a street race. They probably won. A pair of young men were arrested at around 1 a.m. Sunday in Orange County, Florida, in charge of street racing after they allegedly clocked at 199 miles an hour in a borrowed Chevy Camaro.
What, Z01?
Yes.
Had to be something crazy like that.
That is, well, no, actually,
is what?
They didn't even get into the type of Camaro, but we could only speculate. The car in question is listed as a red Camaro belonging to Lozano Figueroa's father. He's one of the guys who's in the car. There aren't many Camaros capable of near 200 mile per hour speeds. It's possible that it was a factory supercharged ZL1 model, or it could be an SS with a number of aftermarket or power added devices. There are many ways to make a Camaro go fast, but according to them, the Camaro and another unnamed car were allegedly attempting to outdistance each other for the purpose of comparing their relative speeds. And it looks like they got bagged in the middle of it. And now it says there was no mention of why the passenger in the vehicle was arrested or what happened to the other car they were racing. And hopefully they'll be deterred from doing this dumb silliness again. But at the end of the day, the fact that you was doing 199 and got caught.
It's the
yeah, for real. Like, how you
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
And again, man, this is the problem. Like, we do things like this. I'm sure they could have found an airstrip.
Sure.
I'm sure you could have found a better area to.
And not, but we talking about Florida. Yo, Florida's regular roads.
This is what I'm saying.
As far as the eye can see.
Come on,
but
bro.
199 though,
and you still got caught.
I seen.
Sound like an auto to me.
I seen Nicolas Cage do 160 on Going in 60. He was gone.
Yeah, he left the plane. He left the chopper crazy.
What you doing at 199, fam? Triple digits for real. But with that being said, you know how we get down, man. And now we got our other understeer. This is actually, I find this one hilarious.
Who we got?
I actually ran across his YouTube video. He saw his $1,000 horsepower BMW M3 was stolen, and he was saying, "Oh, I need y'all help." Come to find out, the bank may be to blame. So he's part 2 of the argument.
The bank may be to blame.
Where we like to ask,
so
what the hell were you thinking?
This is hilarious. In a video posted to YouTube, Keys Motorsports CEO Brian Keffer gave a brief rundown on the whole situation. Keys has spent the last 5 years building his F80 BMW M3. Keys says he spent over $175,000 to the car. The result was a 1,000 horsepower M3. And for whatever reason, he decided to sell it. Kiefer says a man by the name of John Clay reached out and expressed interest in buying the car, making an offer for $75,000 for the M3. Kiefer agreed and set up the meeting so Clay could come purchase the M3 in person. On January 18th, Clay came to Keys Motorsports with a friend, and Kiefer met Kiefer to get the sale of the car squared away. Kiefer said that Clay had a cashier's check in his name ready to go for $75,000. But before anything, Kiefer says he and Clay went down to the local bank so that they could make sure everything about the check was legit. The bank okayed the check, and the money was deposited into Kiefer's account. After they parted ways and Clay had his new M3, 4 days later, the bank contacted him and said that check was false, routing and account numbers on it. And instead of depositing funds, it had actually taken those funds out of his account. So now this dude not only showed up with a fake check. Y'all ready for the loss? Kiefer spent $175,000 on the M3, right? He ended up giving it away. And then for the $75,000 price that he supposedly was paid, they took that out of his account. So now he's down. Can we do the math? Math majors out here? Where we at?
Son.
$250,000 on the BMW M3. You, sir.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Not only that, son, he paid them to take the car.
Yes. Clay is a genius.
Nah, he is, son. I don't even know who gave him $175,000 to even work on this car. That's a whole nother
well,
thing.
You know, Facebook. I mean, YouTube. He's a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Shout there. That's what we trying to be. Don't forget, we down here.
Nah, we ain't trying to be like we giving away cars.
No, we ain't giving away cars, but I like the 175.
That's cool.
Nice. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page at Gutterball Rally. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout to this guy. Hopefully we get Keith on the show. That'd be great.
Please.
We can talk about it.
We got to get him up here.
That is hilarious. But at the end of the day, he got hustled. And you know what they always say? A fool and his money soon split. I'm going to tell you this right now. This is one of the reasons why when it comes down to selling and buying, if you're not using the regular market or using the regular numbers, you can get got.
So how they had a check that reversed his account?
So apparently the routing numbers and the account numbers was fake on the fake check. So they had already cashed the money out. And maybe he spent it, so they took it back. They said, we'll take that.
Yo, he was having a bad day, son.
Damn, son.
Just imagine, $175,000 was M3.
I'm selling it for $75,000. So now Clayton came up. Clay came up 175. Yo, I ain't even gonna do it no more.
Yo, son.
I ain't gonna do it.
Yo, he was dancing away, son. He was dancing. He was looking at him like, yo,
what the hell were you thinking?
Yo. Went down to the bank with him and all that. Yo, a deposit.
Let's go.
All right, so some of the money cleared. Yo, you know how we do, fam. I appreciate you.
You know how we do.
Yo, we gonna take this right here. Yo, I'm gonna see you, kid. When we gonna call you with updates to the M3, let you know what we doing with it.
He probably peeled out the scene too.
Man, his name ain't even Clay.
Who is that?
His name Cash. His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him. No, I can't. All right, we done. With that being said, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby, let's go.
And we are in the building. We want to say thank you for everybody who tuned in, who paid attention, who rocked with us for this couple time right here. We will be back next week.
Let's go.
Same bat time, same bat channel, 12 noon Saturdays. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube page at YouTube at Gutterball Rally. Or Instagram at Gutterball Rally.
Let's go.
Facebook at Gutterball Rally. We will be putting up a couple things. We will be getting to that Dragon's Tail run because you see we got some people that jumping in with us. Yeah. Shout out to Draco. He said that is almost as bad as T-Pain Pickle Rick car. Yeah, that's crazy. They beat him in the head. Remember, he was an understeer at one point. But with that being said, man, we got to shout out everybody who rocked with us. Shout to Hamish who rocked with us. Shout to Marlon, resident Toyota guy. Shout to Draco. Shout to Darth Spalding. Shout to Seneca. Shout to Amar McMillan, a.k.a. Fireman 732. You already know what it is. We appreciate you. Shout to my guy, Corey Bradford. Shout to Yoli Thomas. Shout to Anthony Green. It's been one of them kind of shows out here today. So with that being said, you got any shout-outs you want to give, kid?
Man, I think you did it all, but I will repeat it again, man. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us. And don't forget to tell a friend, tell a cousin, uncle, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, let them know there's two guys out here. They trying to make a difference out here in this goddamn Rally Radio community, car culture madness.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So until next week, we
are
out.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.